The following is a presentation of MRE Uno, Division 1.
The Finale by narrator KT. The forest. The fragrance you delivered was no ordinary smell, but rather a pleasant taste from heaven and hell. You started back in July, the hottest month and the brightest stars reign, an era of the glowing lights under the starry sky. Your heart of the cards shaped us into better explorers through this jungle. The finest equipment boils down to a nature versus nurse's willpower. Rookies on the grind, but players you don't mind. Let's begin with the kid. The kid that went through the grind. He may be young, but his name is in the game. A finalist in his debut with a sweet tune that will not always be about you. The machete calls and balls in the background, but don't let it fool you, or don't let it be shy, because he's here to make some noise. Introducing now a 51-time winner, making his first finale. He's your Machete Regional Finals. He just beat the insane lane train, repping the Sunshine State. Number 14 in the league, his jersey number. Wears it with pride and honor. Nah. And on the other side, what is there to say about this man? The Tower, a unicorn, whatever you like to call him. He took care of the 99-time winner, Mr. Elite, Charles Sandman Sandfer, and put on the show. 3 hours, dusted off like there's no tomorrow. This is the Tower. He's only going to go up elevators on the tower floor. They don't call him Tower Tapir for nothing. But now, my friends, I introduce you to a rare specimen. A 49-time winner in D1. A 4-time, count on 1, 2, 3, 4 time finalist in D1 and 2 combined. Making his second, right? His second chance at history. He's already made the first history with D1 finale and D2 finale. He's got a chance to win D1 and D2 tournament to go back to back, technically on the same day because that last game ended Saturday morning. Pull your belts tights, making his 4th overall finale. 49-time winner, it's the Tower. Repping the 06-2 from the MI, Tapir. Florida, Michigan, what a battle it's going to be. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is KT. This is the finale. It's time to get down to business. And joining me in the booth will be Heat Check Guard. We're going to have a special ceremony today before we start this game. This is it. This is the last time we will ever be using this bot. It's served us well. We'll talk about some memories and fun stuff. But let's get to the fun stuff indeed. We're starting with Nam's Path. Obviously, Nam's Path, if you guys know and love him, same path really, just adding a Final Four. He took care of Insane Lane Train 6-5 in what was one of the craziest games of all time in terms of just hosings. And then Tapir, probably the craziest series of the year, one of the craziest for sure, top 5. Takes the Final Four over Charles Sandfer in what was probably one of the most insane games on strategy. He did a great job. Congratulations to Tapir to be here. Congratulations to Nam. And the final Jungle July pod, there it is, 6-on-6 crime. Nam, of course, with the Machete region being the top seed over Tapir. I believe it's 22 over 24. In fact, check me if I'm wrong, but I believe it's 22 over 24 on the overall. So Nam gets that honor. He'll be the first guy on the best of 11 today. Now we go into the scene one last time on this bot, one more time. Sean Heat Check Guard, it's a pleasure to have you, man. You were my first ever ref against Probably a game we'll never mention, but you were our first ever ref. It's kind of funny how it all comes full circle, poetic. I'm gonna go to you, man. Before we go to, of course, Tapir and Nam here. Just your thoughts on the memories, man. We've been playing on this specific bot for 6 years. What has just been the crazy journey we've been on in this Uno League? You were my first ever guy. It's kind of an emotional moment. We're going full circle, but just talk me through, man. This is crazy. We're even here. It's insane.
It crazy that we're now about to end the bot as far as going over here in D1. The D2 side of things, they're doing their own thing. So that's near here or there. But for this right here, this moment, we reached to the point that either you're glad we're hitting it because we're about to make changes starting next tournament, or there are some people that don't like it because some of those changes might be bad for people. But for us, we've been waiting on the change to happen. We're finally going to see it happen next tournament, but we got one last run, and it's just sort of poetic that I get to ref the last game here with this bot. That's just something I never thought I would actually get the honor and privilege to do.
Yeah, no, man, you were my first ever ref, and you were the first ever guy to not only be a commission member and one of my first ever signups. You and Clint and Brian were my first ever guys, man. It's crazy, and we both wear our jersey numbers proud. Number 7, number 18, those are famous numbers in this league, and now we have a new blood, new crop, right? We've talked about just a lot of these rookie classes have never been able to finish until it gets to a Final Four. I think every single rookie battle came down to a Final Four or finale. It's insane how crazy this rookie conglomerate is. What do you think's the keys to this game? We know Nam is going to be a fast frenzy player. Tapir can play like that, but he has that draw city ability. What are your thoughts on this game coming in? As we know, Tapir he's also can make history. We've never had a player play a game on a Friday night, finish it on a Saturday morning, and then turn it around in less than 12. That's rare stuff, and he's used to that. Thoughts about that?
Yeah, I'm surprised that he is this prepared, this focused on getting the job done here. He's coming in with a lot of momentum, especially with getting the job done just a little bit under 12 hours ago. That's just crazy to think about that. And now he's ready to go for one, just to be on the cusp of history. He is just one series away from getting the job done. But he's got Nam in his path and someone that can really test him in regards of pace and maybe also just the competitive nature on who can really be considered a person that go on to be in Super League.
Yeah, it's insane, man. Just to think that these two guys are the next generation of players. We started out with old school players that played that first ever game, and Clint and Zach, and now here we are. It's a full circle moment. Let's go to we'll wait for Tapir. They both are going to type their answers, but I'm going to go Nah. This is your first finale. It's the last finale in a way. It's bittersweet. This is it for the bot, right? You've been through the insane train that was Lane, and now you're here. Crazy ride. I mean, I'm going to simply ask, what's your favorite memory on this bot? Your favorite moment up to this point in the league, and just, yeah, we're going to celebrate this, man. Just anything you want to share, man. Tapir, same question, man. I'm going to keep the questions light because as Seth joins us, appreciate you, my brother. Just the same question, man. You just played 12. I'm going to kind of go easy on you guys today because I know you just played, but you're same thing, Tapir. Thoughts on playing Nam? A lot of respect here. You guys know each other. Rookie class battle. This is for the rookie class title. And any favorite memories on this specific bot before we get to the new stuff. I'm going to do something fun here. I'm going to let the specs. There's only 2 of them. So, Seth, I'm going to go to you here if you can talk, my friend. This is the last ever time we're going to be on this bot. Your thoughts on just the memories of this bot before we move into the new stuff. Feel free to talk, my friend. Go for it.
Yeah, I mean, as you know, when I started out here with the tournaments and this series and everything, it was a challenge getting used to this bot and everything, trying to figure out the ins and outs of the difference between just clicking and playing a card in the Ubisoft to what the Discord commands are that you have to put in to be able to play certain cards, be able to call Uno. Just recently learned on doing the double stack and everything. It's a learning process, but once you end up getting into a groove and end up figuring it out, it makes things a little bit easier. The thing that I found very interesting is while I've sung the praises of the new bot that we're going over to and everything in terms of its organization, ability to be able to see a little bit more from just the personal standpoint than having to type in a command to see it, as we've had to do in terms of like maybe the Uno table here with the old bot and whatnot. It's a lot of similarities. Like it's almost like you're just upgrading maybe from say an old Chevrolet Tahoe to now a Chevrolet Suburban or something. You got a little bit more cargo space and a little bit more bells and whistles. Yeah, I've actually enjoyed the old bot. Am I looking forward to the new bot a lot more? Absolutely, but the old bot has done well. I know there's been the glitches that have gone on the last couple months or so, but it has served well, and I think that there is going to be a sense of nostalgia for those that have been used to using the old bot. Once we end up transferring over, they'll think of it fondly.
Absolutely, Seth. And we're trying to get you incorporated into this finale. We're going to try to get the fans here incorporated. We got a small group, so we'll see if we'll let you do some commentary as well. I know you were here last night for that crazy game against Sandfer, so we'll try if we can get you incorporated for sure.
Always learning. Always learning.
Always learn. All right, we'll go real quick to Nam. If I had to say a favorite member, it would be the classic 1 hour game versus 50. Shout out, absolutely. Shout out. We wish him the best, man. He's going through a lot this year. And there are a lot of memories for sure. And that's really what it is as we wait for Tapir to type. Obviously, I know Alex, I would ask him a favorite memory, but he still unfortunately has to use this for D2. But I'm sure he'll have a favorite memory when we get to the D2 closing ceremony at the end of the year. I plan on trying to stream at least the last game over there to close it out. But I got to go back to Sting. Right, still fully encompassing what Uno is supposed to be, keeping competitive while still having a ton of fun. Aside from that, playing Ashley Beth was prepared to present the ultimate challenge while she won as the favorite, proved to me that I can run with the big dogs any day. And I had skills and need to take out a player. Even with the Sandfer with 3 hour push range, I have the endurance skills maxed out. So whatever noms comes up, I'm ready. Yeah, I mean, Seth, you both have been in big moments. Seth, you obviously had a. Yeah, we're gonna wait for you because I know you got D2. You've been in big moments. You've commentated games. You've done great jobs in racing before, just NR. Talk to me about the pressure of finale moments, Seth. Just how these players are going to have to re-encompass, especially for a series that not a lot of people can understand. Best of 11, it's a long time from game 1 to 11 if we get there.
Oh gosh, I mean, where do you start? I mean, first there's the mental capacity, because not only are you focusing on just trying to fall back on your strengths, make sure that you don't make mistakes, but then you've got that added pressure of it being the finale. And to be honest, and I'm not saying this is a bad thing, you want to put that on the back burner. You don't want to think about that. That's got to be the furthest thing from your mind. You got to treat this almost as if you're in the very first game of the first tournament in a way. You're going to want to come out swinging. You're going to want to set the tone, get that first game under your belt, put the other person on defense, if you will. Obviously, when do you do the power plays? You've got 2 of them in the bank here to be able to utilize. As you said, it's an endurance. You've got 11 potential games that we're going to have here in this tournament. You don't want to burn them up early because it may end up coming back to bite you later on. So you got to be really smart with when you utilize those power plays. And going back to what you were talking about with Tapir, the endurance match that he had against Sandfer just a little less than 12 hours removed from this could be one of 2 things. Either one, he could be completely burnt out in terms of exhaustion from that, and it may take him a little bit of time to find his stride here, or to kind of steal a line from a Disney movie, he may not have his groove thrown off yet. He may still be in the groove because, with having the endurance there, having the matchup, the adrenaline at an all-time high, he may not have come down from that cloud just yet, and he may be able to continue that momentum. As far as Nam is concerned, I mean, the matchup that he had as well, a lot of momentum there, but we'll have to see. He had a longer cool-off period. Is that going to have him a little bit iced to start out with, or did it give him a lot more time to think in terms of strategy in preparation for the start of this final?
Absolutely, Seth. Thank you for that analysis, man. That's really the key, that layoff period. We always talk about in this league, Seth, and you already know. Round 1 and 2, oh, man, I might have to wait a week or 2. Now we get to these later rounds. You're ready. You got to go. As Zay joins it, you got to go within sometimes 12 hours in the case of Tapir. It's a crazy turnaround for sure.
Well, we also got to throw in the whole factor that you got to take each game one game at a time. You can't just Seth sort of threw this out. You can't just worry about all these games. One game at a time is going to be the factor here on what you're going to do throughout this whole entire series.
That's it, man. Take it one game at a time. I know Tapir, he says one time Tapir. We're going to find out how he takes it one game at a time. Joining me in the booth is going to be Seth now. We're going to do a little bit of commentary. We'll see how Seth tries it out here today, first making his debut. But first, let's get down to business. It is time to get down to business one last time with this old bot. Art, you only get one last game one call and ask these cards on this old bot. This is it. Please do the honors. For now.
All right. Are you guys ready to do this?
We're ready to rumble. Let's get it.
All right. Mr. Nam, you get the game one call. How many cards would you like?
Well, Nam go with that 9 spec. He's going to go with the 12-pack. Here we go.
Get a dozen donuts.
Dozen donuts in the old box. Oh, I got to turn the
Did
bot
you guys
off.
say my name earlier when I was doing something or no?
No, you're good. I'm just going to turn the bot off. Hold on.
Okay.
All good. Yeah, now, like I said,
Thank
this.
you, sir. If you need me, just let me know.
No, you're good, man. You're good. I got Seth. We're good. Just going to turn this off here real quick, and then we'll get it going. Got too hyped. Forgot to turn it off, Art. But, it's funny, though. We're going to see a different type of gameplay now, Seth, with the way this bot is going to be used, right? You're going to have initiation period. There's going to be a little bit more of a pregame. The way it even operates on initiation, no more Uno joints, all ref controlled. It's going to be an interesting transition period when we get into this new bot and how games stream, too. We'll look into that as well in the future. All right.
I feel like it's going to be a little bit faster paced, to your point.
Absolutely. And there we go. Bot is off. Nam, it's time to join up. It's time to get down to business, my friends. Here we go. Nam's in. One more time. We're going to celebrate with the start of a green 7, lucky number 7. Let's get it on. Seth and KT on the commentary. Seth, first card of the game. You would think most players would play it smooth, play it clean. Thoughts on Tapir? You saw last night. He can play a little bit different style in terms of switching up on end rounds. Do you think Nam's going to play this one silky smooth? Feel out that green? What do you think the analysis will be early on?
I think you're going to have a pretty straightforward game one because I don't think you want to do anything crazy. Maybe it's a little bit inside of either Nam or Tapir's comfort zone to go a little bit outside the box in terms of trying to stack up cards on their opponent, kind of put them on the back foot. But I think you're going to see, at least for this initial game, this is the temperature check. This is to see, am I going to be on the back foot to begin this series, or will I be on offense to start up game number 2? Maybe we get towards the midway point of this because we're starting with the classic 12. I mean, there's
Right.
a lot of cards, a lot of options available to these guys. So maybe as we start getting midway into this match, you'll start to see them go a little bit crazy. But I think right now it's going to come down to getting your cards lessened and also number efficiency.
Number efficiency, Seth, you know about that with the step back. The old classic 3-ception right there's the threat 3, Seth. You know.
Speaking of which,
there it is.
there's a couple 3s.
Oh,
How
we're
about
going
that? Trifecta 3.
Trip 3, trifecta. Let's see how this works. Undercut strategy art early in the game. You can see it. The intensity is ramping up early.
Yeah, we've already started. It's not even been 5 minutes.
Oh, we're going to start continuing the switching. Now I'm going to test that red. Does Tapir answer with some more reserve tanks? Tapir loading up here now, looking for a possible run this red. He goes half off special. And now, Seth, this is where the number efficiency starts to come in. The game's starting to crescendo right here. +2 from Nam.
Yeah. I'll be honest, the color swaps early on have taken me by surprise. Green to red, back to yellow, back to red. I'm really surprised. Now we're into the blue. I mean, I'm really shocked that we're already doing the color swaps here with how many cards each one of these guys had. I thought we would have stayed a little bit longer maybe in one color, but the color swaps happening pretty fast and furious.
Yeah, we talked about the Fast and Furious franchise, man. Tapir draws, it's ending soon, and will it ever end? And now, right now, they don't want it to end right here, even with this bot. Blue 5 from Nam, looking to be clean on the blue. Tapir continuing to draw back, looking for something on the back end. Is Nam in a good spot to check it and finish it off? He goes check.
He calls for check.
Does he sign the check right here? Does Tapir have an answer? Tapir loading up. One time Tapir as Vapor joins us. He goes into the red. Is that what Nam needs? Is it number efficiency for the one? He goes double wild. Whoa.
Wild.
Nam fast and furious just like that. Huge game one win. Double wild combo. Seth, you want to ask a question, man, to either of these players?
No, I think I'm good. I don't really have a question. I've just got observations.
All right, you're going to be more observant. Okay, I'm going to ask a question. All right, so we'll go Nam. Nam, you really went with the aggression. I'm going to say this wasn't a Tago-style light switch. This is more of a Yepez sporadic light switch. Did you pick up on things in that lane game where you saw he would throw a lot of ammo and you were comfortable throwing that blue wild because you had a back pocket? Talk me through about just your wild control. Seth knows about that too. And for Tapir, I think you just had a nothing, man. I'm going to have to say, it looks like nothing, so you're just trying to be aggressive, knowing that, hey, I got nothing. Let's get into this light switch battle, see if we can throw them off and go off kilter. Sean, right now you got to say, this is an advantage Nam early, but this can change in a heartbeat, especially with 3 home games. At some point, it could flip in the script, and we know that just getting outnumbered in game 1 in the fielder isn't the worst thing in the world.
Yeah, it's really not. So it's like, hey, he just had a tough way to get around there with Nam. So it's, again, still early there. Still, it's only 1 game. So it's not like throw the warning signs immediately. It's like that. Series is still young. So we got a long way to go.
Yeah, the night is still young, and so are we. Just try to get more aggressive in, and we're possibly 10 more games to go through. Yeah, Seth, talk to me about that counter aggression, man. There's always a case in point, especially with the wild cards. You play it early, you sometimes get burnt. You play it too late. You just gotta know when to time it. There's always a good crescendo. But you think 3 to 4 cards is a good range for the wilds? We'll see today. We saw it with Nam pulled a little earlier than usual, about 5. But do you think it's a good time to see 3 to 4 where we start to go into that range of wilds being played, especially with back pocket too helps as well?
Yeah, I think you hit the nail right in the head. I think around more likely game 3, game 4, because it's going to depend on the situation, right? If Nam goes up 2-0, then I think he's definitely going to be looking to use the wilds a lot more to continue to set the tone. On the flip side, though, if it's 1-1, we're kind of back at, we're back even. So, it's back to figuring out who the advantage goes to. One thing that I will say that I saw there with Tapir, I love the play he did there at the end of swapping over to the red 1 because Nam had it in red, then swapped it over to the blue with the wild. He had obviously the other wild in reserve, but I feel like that was the play Tapir had to do, go to what he felt was going to be the weak color for Nam. But to your point, I was looking back at this, Nam didn't draw a single card this entire run. He played all 12 cards, and that was it. He kept the wild in reserve after playing the 1 to swap it over to the blues. So that's an interesting point of fact there, that with just 12 cards, he was able to find a path to the end. That I think goes back to the number efficiency without the color swapping that we saw at the beginning. It surprised me, but obviously Nam had a strategy there of getting the number efficiency, getting out the different colors he needed, leaving it down to just the 1 color and the wild in the back.
Absolutely. It's one thing you notice, Seth. It's like you said, sometimes it's just that micro margin in this league. Just you take that 1 card and you try to twist it into your own narrative, and that's what Nam did right there, especially in a Plan A win. Those games can go quick, and as you can see, a 2-minute game, that's fast and furious. All right, let's see if we can keep that pace. When we get in our 2-minute game, it's time for game 2. Remember, MCSR, so the last thing he can't pick is 12. Here we go.
Yeah, Nam, you can't pick 12, so how many cards here for game 2?
Oh, already?
Early full send?
Well, and Seth, it's a little different game, right? MCSR, you can go back to that 12 now if you win the 15, so it's a little bit different. Here comes Nam looking to join in. Fireworks already. Last time on the bot. Let's do it. That's what he's saying. Why not, right? Let's do it.
That is way too early.
Here we go. Now I'm going aggressive.
I agree with Sean. I think it's a little too early to do the full send, just based on the fact that, we've seen how the bot can sometimes be a little lopsided in terms of the ammo it gives out from one person to the other. I mean, Nam may be thinking with all the cards he's going to get, he'll be able to have some ammo to be able to string some chains together, but on the flip side, he could end up with nothing, and Tapir ends up getting all the ammo to draw it back even 1-1.
Well, we're going to find out. It's that same exact start in green color, so we'll see how this goes. Early greens to start. Let's see the aggression.
It's down 2 though from the original start of green, but game 1 with that green 7.
Yep, the green
But
5
it's
2
down, we went 2 down now to a green 5 here for game 2.
We didn't stay on green very long in game 1. We'll see how long we stay on it here in game 2.
One time, just typing it out, probably sorting his cards out. Nam, spelled backward is the man. He's talked about being the man in this tournament, doing a great job. I already used my one time. No more bailouts, my kids.
Oh boy.
See how that one comes to bite him or find out. Here comes now, taking his time, using that Varigold S strat. He's going to go. Well set. There's the fireworks right
We're
off
not
the bat.
staying on green very long. There's the answer.
Fireworks indeed.
There you go. There's your answer there. So
Here we go. Tapir now. Let's see what his counterpunch will be. Red 1. Going to play it clean, play it efficient. How far will we stay on the red? So far, Seth has been pretty clean cut with this this call about Nam not drawing and through a game and now about, let's say, a 16th here. No draws from Nam, just all plan A. Tapir 1 up this time. Going for that small straight action, 1, 2, 3. Easy as 1, 2, 3. Spell it out ABC. The question is there a D? And it is Uno draw.
Wow.
That's perfectly timed. Nam first draw of the game. Crazy right there. I know you say one time, but that was perfectly timed. Tapir, thank you, my friend. Great setup.
And remember, that was Nam that made the swap over to red. He boxed himself in there.
Boy, there's the
Wow.
small straight.
So one thing, Seth, this could be a little sideburn look from now. Is he trying to sideburn, maybe build up that red? Now, we have to keep in mind, there is a rule in the league. You can't get past 20 cards. You get past 20 cards, Art's going to have to check that. But we're good right now, early in the game. There's the aggression. Back to the blue. Now the question is, Seth, did he say, there's Tapir with the crossover? We saw that a lot last night. Sandfer probably did 6,000s of those. He knows the style. Did Nam come prepared? He did! With the quad 4 in the green, though, new color.
Yep, I was wondering when we'd come back to the green. I figured that Nam still had some. That quick swap off of green to red on the initial start, I thought he probably had some green still in reserve.
Just waiting from the Sunshine Yellow for the Sunshine State Man. We'll find out if he's the first one to trigger it or just Tapir with a little bit of that spam. Spam these greens and keep it rolling. Early in the game right here, Nam and Tapir throwing counter punches on number efficiency art. No ammo in game 2. Playing this one straight.
This is something that we don't usually see a lot these days. So very, very good to actually see these guys using strategy base. Nah, and Tapir just throws that towards Nam.
Yeah, this is very lethal number efficiency Seth. He's trying to keep it 2 color. The question is 6? It's trip 6.
Back over the blue.
Number efficiency been huge right now. Nam trying to run the blue. Tapir clearly wants that red. Keep it 2 color. Lock it out as long as possible. Interesting moment in this series so far. A lot of lock and key combos. Could be the finishing run at any point for these two. They're both big game chain hunters, as I like to call them. Tapir looking for something. Does he have an end around back to a red? It's been his hot streak. No, he'll go 50% off there. Now I'm looking to fire back on that blue. Does he keep it blue? Does he try more aggression? Nope. He'll times it by 3 up to that 9.
Top 4.
Top 4 indeed.
You gotta think that we're just trying to get some numbers out of our hands here. There's ammo in the reserve on both sides, I feel. The question is, what are they? Are they +2s? Are they skips? Are they chain reverses? Or do we have the +4 hanging back there for either one to kind of set the other one back?
Absolutely never know who could pull out that backdoor wild for a little ice. We always know a KT Classic or an isolation is lurking at any point from these two guys. They know that style. Zay joins us again as he re-ups us. Ryan Reed's in here. Appreciate you guys joining. So far, you haven't missed much. Nam up 1-0 after a clean Plan A win, and now Tapir in his first think-stop moment of the series. He's really thinking about this.
He really is, and that's something that you don't really see much of him just sitting back and thinking.
This could be a run. It could be a little bit of bluff. Does he try something? He's going to go for it. Here we go.
There we go.
1, 2.
1-2, buckle my shoe, looking for 3-4. Does he shut at the door here on the 3-4s or more? Tapir loading in. Table check. There's a huge run, Seth. Look at this quad right there. Looking for a
This
six
may be it. This might be it.
Boy, oh boy. Is this a 10-bagger? This could be a
Oh
10-bagger.
my gosh.
Monster. Bots in business. That's a 10-bagger. Enough said. Insane from Tapir.
Wow!
The bot has answered and spoken right there. Tapir, I got it. No questions there, buddy. That had to be plan A. Already 2 for 2 on plan A wins, Art. Note that down. This bot be botting. Yeah, I got nothing to add there. That's for sure, my friend. Amen to that.
Wow.
But you know what, Seth? And Art, you both mentioned it, right? Hit the nail on the head. That full send early. How does that psychologically affect you now? Now that you just did a full send, you try to go aggressive. How does that psychologically affect Nam knowing that, hey, it didn't work out? But it's hard to adjust from just staying high and trying to go down to, let's say, 10. Where do you think he plays this on the next start, knowing that he now has to worry about timing of the ammo after what he saw from Tapir?
Well, he did go like medium there. So at the first card start at 12. So either doing like an 11 or 13 could be in the range. That's sort of where I would go. Go to a certain range from where it went well on the start.
We'll go to Seth now. Seth, early in the game, we've all been accustomed to this. When someone gets a 6, 7, 8, 10, 12 bagger sometimes, that's how crazy this bot's been. How do you adjust? Is it just kind of use that as a one-off, right? It's a one-off game. We're back to a new resetter. How do you adjust in this moment for a player like Nam, who is young, right? You got to keep in mind, he's only 14, 15 years old. He's a young kid, right? He's playing with guys twice his age. He's done a great job of evolving his process at 14, 15. How do you think he can evolve and stay mentally focused and dialed in? And how do you think Tapir has to respond knowing that when he doesn't get those crazy runs, he has to be on Nam's side at some point and know when it's time to run?
Yeah, I think in the case of Nam, I think that you can treat this as a one-off. He tested the waters, see what the full send would be like, kind of see what the bot would give in terms of ammunition. I mean, we don't even know what Nam still had in his hand at the end. He might have been setting up for a potential run as well. We only got to see what was on the side for Tapir. But I think you can treat this as a one-off. The saving grace for Nam as well is the fact that he didn't win with calling the full send, so he does have the full send available to him again later on in the series if he plans to try to use that once more. In the case of Tapir, going back to what I said, I'm shocked here right now, KT, in the fact that we have had 2 games, we've had 27 starting cards, and the winner on both sides has not drawn a single card. We have had a clean run of 12 in the first game, a clean run of 15 here in the second game. Normally you'd expect to see something like that if we're down around maybe the 8-9 card range, but to do it with the amount of starting cards we've had here in these first 2 games completely blows my mind. So is this setting a trend here? I don't know, but it's interesting that we've started with such a high card start, and we've yet to have the winner in each one of these games draw a single card.
Plan A City. Yeah, sorry.
That's an interesting fact that just got thrown in there. And really now that just mostly now with the 1-1 thing, you're mostly going clean slate. Nobody has really the advantage here. Let's just roll that into the playing field.
Little Seth step back stat right there, boys. Little 3 action from Seth. Great stat. We'll go to him if we continue this Plan A City. All right, it's back to Nam, though. Last home game before he gets it back in Game 7. Yeah, that's the beauty of it. Here we go.
And I believe still he can't use 12 cards.
Here we go. What's it going to be?
So, Nam, how many?
If he throws a send again, Seth, I would be stunned. We know Nam loves the 9-card special. Let's see.
Yeah, I feel like at this point you gotta kind of
10.
There you go. Yeah, he's gonna go with 10.
Clean.
I think
10.
you gotta hold on to that full send for a little later on.
Yeah, keep that OG full send, the double OG, and the full send in the back pocket when we need it most. Here we go. Nam, first ammo card on the start.
Red skip. Wow.
Seth, we've seen these guys be aggressive. Think about it, the first 2 games off the bat. We're going crazy.
Look at Tapir.
Well, that's a sign. It could be a sign. Let's see what Nam throws in here. Let's see what he throws.
I'm almost wondering if you just want to go with a number at this point. I don't know if you want to throw a chain together because it is a 10-card start. You may not have nearly as much ammo to be able to chain together as we did with the 12 and 15 start.
Here we go. 10 cards, mid-tier package, right? Very close to that higher end. We're going mid-tier with the 10. We're on the threshold. Now I'm loading up. The kid from Florida looking to be the sunshine after dark tonight. Let's see. Goes for red 5.
That's a good move there, just to get out of the action card area.
Just get it right. Just a little feeler, right? So get it out of your system. See how Tapir reacts. Now let's see if Tapir becomes aggressive. Nope, playing it clean.
No, I think that's what both guys are going to do here. They're not going to just immediately go right on in, start throwing action cards here.
But we do know the aggression can also come in both ways. Is the number aggression happening? Let's find out. Nam plays it cool.
Does Tapir do something here?
1 down this time. Yeah, Seth, you can see it. A little bit different type of vibe with this 10-card start compared to the full. And Nam's out.
Ooh.
Okay.
Now that's interesting that he's out already on the red, because if he did have a skip, he was having to weigh the options of, do I want to continue to play this in red knowing that I only have a few cards there and might not be able to swap over to another color, or do I want to utilize my skip, get to a color that might be a little bit better for me?
Yeah, this is wow. Oh boy, I'm starting to get flashbacks here. We talked about this. You were there with the Yepes Tapir game where Tapir had those crazy 7 greens. Does he have a lot of reds here? This is early red. There's the run out.
Whoa!
Oh, well, the streak is broken. We've had
Fresh
both
out.
draw in this game.
There it is. We're finally. And Seth, this is usually where the best players come out, right? It's one thing to win a Plan A game. How's your Plan B? How's your Plan C? How's your Plan Delta? You got to start thinking about that now, and we're going to finally see that as we go top deck city from Tapir. Does he have 1 efficiency?
Yeah, I talk about the fact that you always have to kind of take it one play at a time, but you do have to think in strategy several moves ahead in case of a situation like this going into a draw city, trying to figure out exactly what the next path is to be able to get to the end. It's interesting, too, because you were talking at the beginning of this matchup, the different playing styles, but with what we're seeing here, it's almost like watching a clone war. They're good in number efficiency, they're good in chaining things together. It's almost like watching like a mirror image of different players. Even though the styles do somewhat differ in terms of what they lay down on the table, the strategies do look very similar.
It's old Super Speedway Racing set 2015. Little mirror driving,
Absolutely.
right? Mirror driving. The air is back. We'll find out. I'm not stuck in Draw City with Nam. He's stuck in Draw City with me.
Draw City, I guess.
Well, let's just say we got that. Let's just say we got that old school Western showdown. It's who blinks.
We got
Who's blinking?
Well, now we're going to have to think about this. So we talk about this. Now we got to start thinking about that 20 card rule. We're going to have to keep an eye on that. We don't want that to happen again. So we're going to see who makes that break. Obviously, I'm a little bit more lenient. I don't mind you getting 20, but you can't break it over,
Well, both guys are right now drawing here, so I don't know what could be the rule factor here. But there's a blink.
Yeah, there's the Trips 9. There it is, Seth. They were saving. They were. Yep.
That's a double blink.
Now we're going into the number efficiency game again, and both of them have pretty good stacked hands right at the moment in terms of card count.
Ooh,
wow!
Green. That's what Nam wanted. But Nam goes boom! Sideburn look, side trim the green, save it for later.
Open the bots.
Box
KT, you were talking about the plan B. I think now these guys are trying to say, hey, I hope he had a plan C.
Yeah, plan C, plan Delta's coming soon, for sure. We'll see if plan Echelon is around as well at the back end. We'll find out. Here we go.
Oh, boy. This is already getting exciting.
It's been exciting. Great mirror playing from both here. Blue 5 now. We start to run the blues. Starting to run these numbers down. Who makes the break set on Amber? We haven't seen anything so far. Really clean is going to be a key. There's the sideburn look. Back to that Greenard.
Oh, my God.
He goes undercut. Wow. Undercut City from Tapir. Great number efficiency. Undercut. Here comes Nam with the chain. He's only going for the quad, though. Not a finisher. Just trying to do a little bit of sell down. Calm the moment.
Might have been to try and completely clean himself out of yellow potentially here. Look for a swap over. Unless he's got another yellow in reserve. We'll see.
Oh, wait.
Well, we'll see here. Here comes Nam.
Nam now. That's a heat check. Heat check back to green.
Oh, that is something there. Does Tapir had something, though, in the tank?
Tapir +2
Oh, he
saves.
does.
Beautiful. Tapir looking for a finish.
Now we know why he swapped over to the yellow. He didn't want to use that +2 yet. Now he does with the backup of the blue +2.
One time Tapir, they call him the one time was done last night. I don't think he's done right here, though, on a great, masterful save. What a save if it is.
Oh man.
It will be. It will be for sure. You just got to play that right. That's a game winner. Or you can't even hate on that. You cannot hate. I just got to space that. You're good. So you just play the yellow utter wild +4 and you're good. And then play the card. Just make sure you get the call out. That's it. Perfect.
Man.
What a win. That you got to say right there, Seth. That was masterclass from Tapir because at some point he had to make a decision. Do I burn it right away? But he didn't. He stayed patient. We talked about him in Draw City has been lethal. Let's ask him this question. As Bad Brad joins us. Tapir, what a save, man. Great job on the +4 saves. Talk to me about that Draw City, though. You weren't aggressive. You really tried to go undercut strat, and you got Nam to flush a wild. Talk to me about how you were able to save that green, use a sideburn look, get him off his game, and then use that visionary +4 move. Talk to me about it. Nam, I gotta ask, man. You really have been factoring Draw City a lot into your game. We've known in the past you really cook on Draw City. Did you get beat to the punch in the sense that you had to make a little bit of move? Did you have to set up something? Did you think the wilds, what you really good at, just timing it right, were a little off? Or did you really have nothing right at the start saying, I have to just hope that green wild is an off kilter he doesn't have? Because you got burned on basically a plan C win right there. Draw plan City. Interesting says. So he says Draw City was plan A from Tapir. You don't see that a lot. You never see that at all.
No, normally that's something that maybe you get kind of stuck into, and then you go to plan B. Not very often do people have a plan A of going into Draw City.
No, you don't. It's mirror playing. All right, 3 games in. Let's ask guard here. Who do you think's got the advantage? Tapir obviously takes the first 2 on Nam's homestand. He's looking to go 2 more on his homestand. I'm not even worried about power play. I know that's a whole different thing. We don't really discuss that. I know. We look at Sandfer, right? Last night, no power play, up 4-3, and still took it. I don't think power play lock matters with these 2 experienced players. Or who do you think's got the advantage?
Just throw power play out the window right here. Because right now, we got 2 skillful guys, actually. They're playing, actually, great strategies. And that's saying something right now. Because I'm seeing great moves, great competitiveness just by these 2 guys alone. Especially in that last part, after they got out of the Draw City.
Seth, I have a question right here for you. Do you think as the series goes longer, right, considering Tapir's had this endurance battle, we may not be having a lot of game time, right? We have 5, 2 minutes, 2 minutes. But a lot of time is being built up with these questions to stream. Do you think because Nam's only had to deal with certain broadcasts in the sense they're shorter, right? There's not as many questions. Tapir had that marathon. You think as the game goes longer, you think that helps Tapir? He starts to understand the rhythm and flow of not only the game, but the pace of the broadcast too. He starts to get dialed in here in this game for his first homestand.
It could very well. Definitely the timing could be something that Tapir has the slight advantage over, whereas Nam doesn't. But honestly, I think that once the cards are shuffled and the decks are distributed, I think it's just business as usual. I think it's the pace of the game more so than the amount of downtime in between each one of the games.
It's interesting to point out the gameplays, right? We've talked about Plan A wins. Now we've had a Plan B, Plan C, Draw City. We're getting everything, right? This is what you would want in a rookie-on-rookie crime, right? You see these different play styles. We talked about this. We've talked about this in the past. Last year, there may have been 20 styles. Seth came at the end of the year. He saw a Fitzy style, but what is that? Maybe 15, 20 looks. Now, Seth, we've seen it. I'm going to say it right. We have 500 game styles in this league. It's insane. The players have brought in so much knowledge, insider and outsider knowledge, at least for Division 1. And it makes the game almost a pro league. At the Cups, it's hard, right? The cards are basically equal. The players are so equal. At this point, you got to find some setup to tweak it. And right now, we're going to find out in Game 4 as Tapir will get the call here. Art, do the honors. Big match right here. Tapir's first one. We're going to go up 3-1.
Okay, Tapir, you cannot pick 10 since you just recently won there. So how many cards?
Well, Tapir's a guy, Seth, we know will save that full send for the end. There it is, 11. Goes 1 up. Yep.
11 cards.
Yeah, and I love what Tapir pointed out as well in the fact that the winners in games 1 and 2 didn't draw any cards, but then we went to a major Draw City in game 3. So we drew back all the cards that we didn't draw in games 1 and 2, apparently.
And we're going to get a little 3-ception. They knew Seth was in the building today. A little 3-ception to start. Here we go.
Third game where we start with a number in the green as well.
That's it. Third in a row. Yep, 7-5-3. Good combos.
Well, not in a row since game 3 was a bit different.
But just the combo in general. But you're right. Well, there's a green 5. We're going up now.
Yeah, up 2.
All right, we'll see. Now, we don't have a skip, so we'll see who switches it early. Without the skip, it makes things a little bit different. You have to see a wild start yet. We'll see. We'll go green 2.
Yeah.
Now, both guys are going to run into this green right here. They're going to play this one patient. We've seen both of the games, but there's the red switch. There's the first shot from Nam in the old kilter. We'll find out.
I'd have to go back and look, but I believe in every single game, Nam has been the first one to engage the color swap.
He's going aggressive. That's an aggressive strat from Nam, trying to force Tapir's hand. We talked about this last night. I believe you were there, Seth. As we go red 7. Aggression, I think Sting said, right? Aggression is an unlimited resource. We'll find out how this goes. Red 4 from Nam. Let's see if Tapir can go back into another color he liked it earlier. We've seen him be aggressive too. He's going to go a little bit of a possible run-out look here, Seth. This is a good test right here on a zero sugar. Trying to isolate that.
Yeah, this will be interesting to see because I love that play because, in my own gameplay as well, I'll try and eliminate a color by using a skip or using a reverse to get to that final number I have in a certain color. And there you see it. That play there by Nam, playing the 0, it's very difficult to swap over to another color from a 0. So I love that play there. He's iced out Tapir for the moment here and now going to build up his deck a little bit more with that +2.
All right. Big moment, Ard. Classic 1-2. The 1-2 combo. What do you think Tapir has in response? What do you think? Switch? Did he play controlled?
The possibilities right now are endless on just that alone, really. You don't know what you want to switch. You don't know if you want to make a run like what Tapir's doing here.
There's the kilter, right, Seth? There's the answer. I'm going to +2 you. A little mirror playing. Now I can respond.
Yep, you got to wonder, potentially the skip or the +2. Did that come out of the +2 that Nam played on him?
Yellow 1 now. There's the draw from Tapir. This could be a chance. Not number of fish. Great work. Great work.
Great work right there.
Solid. Here comes. This could be it. Not for no. It's just a heat check to
Calls
check.
for check. Calls for check.
Well, this had how many times was Tapir in check last night? So many times he was sweating bullets, and every time he dodged those bullets. Let's see if he can dodge one more here.
I've got a thought. I think I might know what Nam's got. I'm not 100% certain, but I've got an idea.
We'll see if your thoughts right after this broadcast or after this game. We'll see. I have a thought too. Let's see what it's going to be. I also have a thought. He might be saving it right here. Let's see. Is that magic +4 a wild in the back pocket for Tapir to save it? Let's see. Big moment. Things stop. Cap joins us. Appreciate you, Cap. Big moment right here for Tapir. Tapir taking his time, thinking this one through. It's a think stop moment. There's a different series, Seth and Ard. When you got 2-2 and a best of 11 is different than 3-1. 3-1, the confidence starts to grow. Ask Seth when Seth was down 3-1 to Lane. Lane started to build that confidence. When it's 2-2, whole different platform. He goes for a wild. Is that
Goes
game?
for the wild.
Going for the red.
Might be his only play, but if what we're
Great
thinking, whoa,
play.
hey, I was wrong. I thought maybe he had a wild in reserve, shades of game 1, but that was not the case.
I was thinking
Great move.
I was thinking yellow, but okay. We'll have to ask him there. Let's see. That's a gamble. That's a gamble to get off that wild red. Okay, Tapir now going to gamble. Was it a +2? He goes number efficient. Is this not for check? It is.
Check.
But is it that yellow that we were alluding to? It's not the wild unless he got a top deck, but I'm still thinking that yellow. Here comes Tapir. He's timing this one up good. Oh, double
check.
Oh,
Double
man.
check. Double check.
The 3-7!
Oh,
That's for Seth,
My
baby!
goodness.
The 3-7!
oh my gosh.
Unbelievable! That's gonna be
Number efficiency.
the PO, the post office box. Send that mail. The Peter Onjak.
They both had a blue 3.
Oh
at the
my
end.
gosh!
Man.
It doesn't get closer
Number
than that.
efficiency. That's crazy.
It doesn't get closer than that, man. That wild ultimately saves Tapir though, because this game could have been over sooner.
Absolutely.
Well, we just been a part of a true saloon shootout right there. Both guys were staring at each other, and they both got the 3, right? Pretty much. What a crazy. I have to ask. Nam, you went aggressive, man. You went aggressive after that little heat check there from Tapir, right? with the red reverse 3 combo. Great job of saving the blue, but you went to yellow. Were you just so that means you were? What tells me is you were just praying, right? Were you just praying on that initial yellow 5 to say, hope he switches it to blue and try that toaster guy strat? Talk me through it on what that last card was, or if it was a blue 3, let us know. But Tapir, I thought that you did a great job of using that red reverse 3 combo, right? Kind of get off kilter. You kind of exposed them because, in a way, you could go back to it because he used that red plus 2/1. Was that a case of just a bad beat, right? Sometimes it happens in sports and life where it's just a bad beat and you can't really fault the player or hate the game. It truly was a shootout to that last 3. Seth, what a series this is, man. Insane. The gameplay has been fantastic. We've had Plan A, Draw City, and now we've literally had similar style hands where it's coming down to skill. True shootout style.
Yeah, we're seeing, the different fundamentals of Uno coming to light here in just the first 4 games of a potential 11-game series. Obviously, the ability to be able to string things together with the number efficiency in the first 2 games, the ability to be able to take what you're given in a ultimate Draw City in Game 3, and then ultimate number efficiency here with that ice play from Nam there from Tapir with the red play. I mean, This is unbelievable what we are seeing here. This is exactly what you want to see in a finale. We're tied up 2-2. I keep thinking at certain points that one's getting the advantage over the other, and then immediately the other one draws right back up even again.
We both had tricks up our sleeves, so I'll be curious to see what shows up when. I live for that suspense, man. It's all about the anticipation of not knowing what you're yeah, that's really it, right? It's that moment where it's the fine line, we always have the fine margin, that micro margin. If you're either a hero or a zero, and you're just waiting to see if you're that hero or zero. It's a no feeling like any other, and both guys have done a great job so far. Putting on a show, 2-2, rookie battle. Gosh dang, this has the makings of going 10 or 11. That's the way I feel it right now. It's going to be a good one.
I think right now we're just in the thick of this thing, and it's been crazy. Really good battle here by both guys, and now it's just back to that fine line between having the run to potentially win this series or just barely losing it. That is just how thin that line is. It is so thin.
So that's the old dirt, right? Dirt racing, you got to get up in the old cushion there, and if you hop the cushion, it's over. But if you just find that line, you can gain an extra couple tenths. That's what these guys are finding here. Micro margins, who's got the setup. We'll find out what the Game 5 setup is. Anything to add before we get to Game 5, fellas? Go around the room. Seth, anything?
Nope. I'm ready to get this thing going. Let's get to that 5th game.
Yes, sir. Let's go, baby. Seth.
I got nothing else there.
All right, perfect, Sean. Let's do it. Seth and Art put on the show in the commentary booth. The players put on the show. Let's get to Game 5, boys.
Okay, Tapir, again, 10 cards is off the board for you, so how many?
Tapir, obviously, up to 13.
Up to 13. Is that a lucky number or is that unlucky?
OG full. No way I go 5 for 5. We'll find out. We'll see if 5 time is the right time for Tapir. We're in. He's in. Locked and loaded. Now I'm looking to lock and load himself. Big Game 5 on the way. What will it be? And now it's a 5. How about that?
Green 5!
He's done it again.
I've had that twice here so far, and it's our 4th game out of 5 in the green to start out with.
The green is good. Cap must have been watching because we know it's 5 for 5 for the number 5. Cap with the green 4, though, on the cards, custom cards. I'll have to look at who's green 5 another time. That would have been a perfect segue, but here we go. Oh, boy. Will we switch it off the bat? We'll find out. 5ception? Dude, I feel like we've seen red 5 set the first switch a couple. I feel like we've been here before. This is crazy.
I think we have. I think if we go back to game 2, I think we started out with a green 5, immediately went to a red 5. So I think you're right. We've literally gone back in time.
Is this deja vu?
Right. We got deja vu here. We got deja vu.
But the one thing to know, Seth made a good point. Nam was the first one. This is Tapir initiating the switch early. Let's see how that.
Good point.
Let's see how that filters out in the end. Now, 13 cards, a long way to go. Take your time on that crescendo moment. It could be a bit.
Tell you what else I'm noticing too. We talked
hold
about
the phone, Seth. Hold the phone.
Yeah, hold that phone.
Oh
Man.
My goodness, huge heat check from Tapir. Is that a comeback? No, it ain't. I think it's 18. But there goes. Nah, I'm looking for that color ISO.
Early shots fired here in this game.
Surprisingly, though, that's a truthful play from Tapir. Could be a first warning sign. No red in reserves. Is it number of fish? Let's
Stop
see.
letting him cook.
Well, he's gonna cook this. Oh,
Oh,
oh man, it's like the ping pong match. You throw that forehand, throwing that backhand, boom, point. That's what we're looking at. Zero sugar.
That was good.
Oh man, ping pong back and forth. Zero sugar, great play from on with the awareness. Here's a color you can run out. Nothing, trying to isolate the switches. Red forward is Tapir forception. Big moment in the series.
Oh boy, here we go.
Tapir loading up. He's gonna have it. There's the green four.
Yep.
Oh,
Blue
and now
board.
undercut.
Ooh.
Aggressive. You can see his set. He's aggressive right now. Is that
Get
rainbow?
off!
Oh no,
That's a rainbow.
rainbow fours. How about that in the finale? We're just getting everything, baby.
Get off!
Pop them out. What do you like? Yellow, red, green, or blue? We're popping them here on Uno MRE. 2 minutes in set. I feel like we've been playing 20 minutes in this game. We've already seen multiple moves. It's insane.
Yeah, I mean, we're seeing almost a season full of plays right now. It seems like.
Holy moly. I mean, this is the difference between just a regular round one game and then you start getting into this elite level playing. It's different. Here we go. Tapir with this advantage, though, because of that +6 off the off-kilter start. Green starts have been key. Our platforms have been built, right? These guys know. There's the red back crossover. Is it trip 6?
Oh my goodness. Tapir's got something though. Wow.
It's got some extra fuel in the tank. Red 3. Nam is going aggressive here. So this is real aggressive. Really aggressive. Oh, this is extremely aggressive from these guys now. They're not wasting time.
My goodness.
No love for the green. This is the third time we've had a green plate and immediately color swapped off it.
No green at all. We started on that color, and I am telling you right now, I don't think this is going to slow down, guys. These guys are knowing they're knowing that at one moment it could crescendo, and that's why they're trying to go undercut heavy. Right, undercut that color. The whole theory behind that is you undercut a +2 or skip, and hope that other color you switch into, there's nothing on the other end. That's what both Tapir and Nam have executed so far. But it was Tapir, the last guy to do on that blue 3. Nam runs it in, clean. Here comes Tapir.
Now, we've already had that early shot of the double +2s from Tapir, but we're kind of getting back into where it seems like we're working the number efficiency, trying to drain down the numbers of cards, and maybe set up for a chain. I feel like there's still maybe some more ammo. Maybe Nam has something there. We haven't seen him play any of the specialty cards as of yet. Does Tapir have anything left, or did he use most of them up there with the double +2 play? We have to wait and see.
Very interesting moment here, Art. We're going to yell. Yes, Art.
Yeah, I'm still getting over this whole thing. This is crazy right now.
Here we go. Hold the phone again, Art. It's getting more crazier. Now I'm going to go triple move into that green. There's the green set to loot to that was being ignored. It's not here. This Tapir at 7-7. Does he have a 7 in the back door to try to get that ISO back? No, but he's got a +2 save.
Wow.
Oh wow.
Wow. We had a feeling. It had to be a save. And it's a heat check.
That is straight up heat checking. He's got the side eye there. He's looking at him.
Cute side. There's not with the
Oh,
zero sugar.
into the 0.
These guys are on off kilter. Does Tapir have a +4 combo for the win? Split ammo.
What?
Tapir next level. Nothing Nam could. No, you did the right thing. That's nothing you could do. Unbelievable. Seth, this is insane gameplay. These guys are taking our breath away. The defense, the way Tapir was able to go early in the +6. Let's ask him. Tapir, you got a copy here. +6, my friend, on the start. What were the balls right? That's some big cojones down there, my friend. Throw that +6 early. You're just thinking, you know what? I'm going to send them back. I've tried so many plan A's and B's where I've been draw city in plan A. I've tried to counter aggression. Let's go full on aggression. Let's send them back. Haven't tried that. Get them close to that 20. Make him start to use that pace delta where he has to go in the back end, throw a lot more +2s and +4. It wasn't much from him, but you got him off kilter. Was that a little bit of a feeler right there? Try a new strap +6 early and just try to backtrack. Now, you didn't have much, but I can't really say you did nothing wrong there. You did a great job in the isolation. The only thing is with the rainbow switching, it's deja vu of Sandfer. We're just doing everything everywhere all at once, right? What's been the key with the rainbow switches or just the regular switches there now? Were you trying to say, you know what, similar to game 1, I'm going to throw a lot more switches. I got nothing. Do you got to evolve that when you have nothing? Do you evolve maybe not switching, trying to do a little bit of plan A's, draw city, when you can sense it. How do you switch up your gameplay in case you don't have nothing so it doesn't get too obvious in terms of the switching? Let me know now. But Seth, what a series so far. I mean, 6 games in now. We're about to hit game 6. 5 games in. I can't pick a winner right now. These guys have been playing next level. Every time Tapir we think's got nothing, he's got something in the back. Every time we think Nam, he may not have some, has an end around play to isolate it. It's truly a classic right here we're witnessing.
It really is, and we're continuing to see the tempo of the game. It speeds up as it goes on. They'll start out, with formulating their strategy. They'll play a card here, play a card there. We'll have a little bit of time for them to be able to kind of think about it. But then it's all of a sudden we get into quick fire. One will fire a shot, the other one fires a rebound shot, and all of a sudden we end up getting into what we had here in the close of just the skip to skip, the +2 to +2, the skip to the reverse. I mean, the chains are unbelievable with what we're seeing here, and I'll look back at it. There were only 2 cards that were drawn there by Tapir. I would love to know if either of those draws gave him one of the +2s, because I'm going to assume he probably had that +4 in reserve for the finisher.
Go ahead. Let's ask it, Tapir. Those 2 draws, was it some magic on one of those 2 draws? Not that they both, but did you get a magical +2? What did you get on those draws? On those 2 draws you did? Good question. Oh, this has been a classic series, and you got to think, as this gets classic, let's talk about EXP in this league. Tapir just went through 12 hours ago, right? Or about 12 hours ago, 15 hours ago. He just went through that crazy series against it. He knows this. Nam's last crazy series was against Lane, but that was a different one. You have to go back for Nam, in my humble opinion, all the way back to probably, I would say, T1, where he had a classic, I think, against someone. I'm struggling to remember, but it's been a while since he's been in this moment. I mean, obviously the H game in the first round, but who do you think this now will favor if we start to see a game where it's Mike Ramar? Do you like this Tapir style of really trying to go aggressive? Do you like that early? Do you think he can switch it up? Or do you like this Nam style of end around ISO, keep hitting, keep pounding, and eventually it's going to crack? What do you like right now in this moment here for a big game 6?
That is so difficult to decide because they're both, it's, again, really close to even say which one is the preferred line, like which one's the preferred one. I think both guys are just playing really good. So it's just not easy to decide which one's the right one.
Yeah, I mean, there it is, Seth. The green reverse. Sometimes that's all you need, right? You just need one draw, and there it is, right? The second
and that
draw.
Explains why there was no love for the green early on, because he didn't want to play that +2. He had that to potentially chain over to another color. Once he drew the reverse, then it was okay. Now I pretty much have to play. I can use the reverse to be able to be my transfer over to the color I need.
Yeah, this has been a banger so far. We're having a great time. Art, it's game 6, last game for Tapir at home, till possibly game number 9. This is a big one. What's he gonna pick? Let's find out.
Tapir, you can now not pick 13. So how many cards?
Remember, MCSR, it's a little bit different than CSR, so we won't see a lot of low stuff unless we absolutely need to. We know Sandfer loved that 6-5 last night as a back pocket. Let's see.
Oh, he's thinking.
Yeah, you got to think crucial. This is your last home game till potentially game 9. And we're not guaranteed to get there. That's how crazy it's been. We feel like we've played 16 games already, but it's only game 5.
Game 5, and these guys have been just going crazy here.
All right, we'll go 10.
He calls for 10. Okay.
Just casual 10, right? Let's see how it played out. Obviously, I think 10 was earlier in the game from Nam, so we'll match right there.
No, 10 was earlier for Tapir.
Oh, so he's going to go back to... Okay. We go join in.
Under the rules,
another green 7. What is going on?
Well, we started game 4, went back to game 2. Now we we started game 5, went back to game 2. Now we start game 6, go back to game 1.
Unbelievable what we're seeing right here.
Unbelievable. This is just crazy. This is crazy.
Yeah, we're starting to really find out who can switch it early now, because that's what this bot's saying. Hey, we're going to keep going green. Let's see who switches it first. It's starting to sense a little bit.
Ooh.
It's sensing something here.
Now,
wow.
interesting moment, Seth. We saw this last night with C. Sandfer. +2, I'm throwing it right back. Let's see the control from Tapir if he has that other +2. Let's see that control. He's going aggressive.
Going for the swap over, which, in all honesty, I'm wondering if that might be what Nam wanted. He earlier played a +2, and then it was his last card in said color. He might like this swap over to the yellow, so Tapir may have played exactly into what Nam wanted here.
All right. Gonna go double
Well,
play
then.
here. Reception. Races
Yeah.
that +2. And then some from Tapir. Now I'm in an interesting spot. Trying to tie this game up. He's out. Oh.
Hmm.
That's a weakness. That's a
Uh-oh.
weakness right there. And Tapir's
Oh.
out. Oh, man, we're
Here
going
we
back to the
go.
Western Showdown, baby. Western Showdown.
It's back to that stare down. Who blinked?
Who blinks and winks? And right now, both are content. Let's see what will be from now. Tapir, you loaded up a little quicker. He's
Nah.
He's going for some mind games. Top 4 shelf again. Top of the jungle 4. Knob goes into it. Red switch. Gotta be tricky. It's gotta be careful and tricky at the same time, right? So you gotta know when to make it. We've seen rainbow switches on 9s even in the past. This is gonna be a possible moment for Tapir to maybe see if that yellow is a good exposed play. Was he saving? We'll find out.
And you know, for both of them, if it comes down to, if we get closer towards the end of this and one of them has maybe a wild in reserve, they've got yellow as the backup plan to be able to ice the other because neither of them have that color.
Here we go. Tapir going for another top of the floor. Let's find out from Nan. Well, let's go top elevator since it is the tower Tapir. Let's see what Nan will do. He's going aggressive with the reverses. Does he have a chain for a quad?
Looking for
Yep, there it is.
Quad.
In the blue. In the blue. Now is the moment set to think about that wild. If you got to start thinking about it. Right, we did have a low draw city, so it takes a little bit. Let's see. Table check. Good table check. Good table check. Good TC right there from Tapir. Using his resources wisely. They've been great on resource management. Key here is, yep, smart play set. Classic 1-2.
Yep.
Send him back. 5-6. Keep that delta close and see what Nam does. Maybe get a switch. He'll go into 9 though. A lot of 9 so far.
nine section.
Maybe.
Nine
Zero
section.
sugar. Hold on, Art. Hold the phone. This could be the moment. Is Tapir low because of that 0? Let's find out.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got more.
Wow.
Good fade look there.
Man,
Great fade
He's
look. Now,
he's doing really good on that.
not a game winner. Wow.
No,
+4 early.
interesting.
Okay.
He's giving Tapir some ammo potentially here. We'll see what 4 cards Tapir gets.
That is a risky play from now to get down to dose and throw a +4. Tapir is a guy to send it back and return if need be. Keys, did that go in his spam folder or is that his main mail inbox? We'll find out. Tapir looking through his spam folder to see if he got that +4 going. This is a risky moment, Seth. We saw it a lot with Lane. He does that mid. There's a lot of players that do that. Sandfer did it last night. But the key is it a split +4 ammo? He's just going to go crazy. Nothing crazy here. Is it split
Nope.
from? If it's split from Nam, it's a Chama-guess strat. Is it split? No, it's not.
All right, so he's down to the Uno.
Now
The
this is
question
all
is, was he
check.
planning to run continually in green, or does he have a different number and he was hoping for number efficiency to swap over to it?
This is it, Seth. If you want to see that wild, now's the time. Is it that yellow?
Exactly.
This is it. We're going to see it right here if he has it. Does he? He's done a good job. We saw it earlier in the series with the red wild, and he iced out and flushed out Nam there. Let's see if he has.
Unless he
another
got
back
maybe a yellow 1 on when the +4 was put on him.
You can always bank on that, but you know how this league is. The PO box, right? The number efficiency has been crazy.
True.
You got to start calculating that. Is there a 1 in the back? This is Nam. He's got great eye candy too.
Tapir's thinking about this for a while.
You got to. 4-2 versus 3-3 different. Do I trust this guy? Yeah. Here we go. The mind games are out, Art. Let's see what will be from Tapir.
Oh, he could have something right here. He could.
The last time Nam was down to an Uno, the both of them ended with a blue 3 at the end.
He's
Oh,
going
okay.
blue.
So
Is
going
that the
blue.
wrong
Calls
color?
for blue.
Calls for the blue. That's the KT Wild. Is it the right classic? There's
he
the
had
Wild.
the wild.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
I wondered if he had
Nice
the wild in
throw.
reserve, regardless of what was played.
Yeah, you can't do much there. Tapir. That's great anticipation. Tie game, and now we're starting to get into a best of 5. Let's go to Nam there. Nam, I gotta think right there, buddy. You were just feeling very comfortable with that +2 off the bat, right? Were you just trying to get into a different? You got that yellow switch, almost ran the colors down. you really never faded back. Let me see here. You never faded back to green till that +4. Were you saving a little bit of that green sideburn trim to know, hey, I got a wild in reserve and a +4? Talk to me about how your wild +4 and wild control has improved over time from the days of March where you were getting torched on that, right, in the later rounds to now seeing a lot of the gameplay, understanding Tapir how he's playing. Tapir, I got the only question I have for you because I'm looking back here. It appears that he didn't have much. You did a great job on the Delta with the +2. Could you have possibly saved that +2 maybe? Maybe go into a little bit of a draw city earlier and maybe try your plan A and revert back? Or are you content knowing it's a 3-3 game now? It's going to be a shootout. Best of 5 dose power play. What are we thinking here from Tapir? Let's find out. Seth, the only thing I'm going to add right now, and it's a point of the game we have to start thinking about this game. Seth, most series, right, it's over. This is it. We still got a long way, barely halfway through. Right now, there's fine margins for error. But I am noticing one thing these guys are doing is hold the phone there. Sometimes the wild is the most powerful card. Try to save it more to the end rather than use it early. It is, right? It's the lock and key. But one thing I'm noticing here, especially early in this game, is you notice with these green starts, they're starting to get more comfortable in that green start. We have not seen many ammo starts. 1 sec again. But +2 was me sensing going after the reverse front. It's a nom. Anything's possible. In the words of Brad, anything was possible in T3, and right now, Brad, anything is possible in T4 in this finale for sure. But back to what I was saying, you got to look at this two ways, right, Seth? You have Nam that's really efficient on trying to get Tapir off his game on the color switches and then trying to backtrack with the sideburn looks on the green, for example, the red. Tapir's another guy that's doing the same thing, but one thing I'm noticing is Tapir, he doesn't mind switching after Nam throws a certain color and tries to test an undercut. Do you think the undercut strategy is actually becoming the main plan A that we have not even talked about a lot, that we're starting to sense with these two?
I really think so, and I think it goes back to what Tapir just said there with him sensing a run after the reverse run. Sometimes in these kind of games with two great players, as we've seen here in Tapir and Nam, it just takes extending the play by one card that ends up giving the other person the advantage to be able to run the chain to the end. You may have something set up, but if you don't play it one play before that other person does, you've lost the game. You can have it set up and ready to go to the Uno, but if you don't have it set up one play sooner, then that other person gains the advantage. And I think that's what we're seeing a lot of here. We're seeing a lot of defensive plays. It's kind of an offensive defensive play, if you will, to try and stop somebody else from triggering their run before you're able to. And I'll tell you something else I've noticed here, KT, and we've seen this all tournament long. The bot on initial draw, a lot of times, is the determining factor into who's going to win a game, who's going to kind of set the tempo. The bot here, this is the swan song for the old bot, and it's saying, you know what? I'm going to go out with a bang. It has evenly distributed between these two the ammo necessary to make it a tight game, not just per game, but the entire series having it tied up 3-3. So I'm loving the fact that we're not seeing anybody necessarily be put at a disadvantage by the distribution that the bot gives out in terms of ammo.
It is the last show, Arden. It's giving us one last curtain call. The swan song is looking good. It's been classic. The commentary's been fresh. The people have been great. Before we get to this game, chat, what are you guys thinking? Brad, Al, you guys can feel free to type it out. What are you guys thinking? What do you guys think of this game? I mean, this has been a classic for some of our D2 players such as Alex and Reed. This is next level gameplay, right? You got to think about this. Seth, Ard, we were all rookies at one point. The gameplay this year has just been fantastic in the finale. I want to see we'll see what the fans think. Brad, Alex, feel free to type it out. Read anything you guys want. Just use Uno Watch VC. Appreciate it. Ard, my question to you, if we get this game 7 now, this is a tough moment in this series right now because now the mental capacity is going to start to get to the point where the fatigue wears in, right? We've only seen 5-7 minute games, I think the moment is 7 minutes. It's been quick, fast, and furious games. Do you think that favors in pace to a certain player, or do you feel it's been a bit more just control, knowing that this is how they play, fast and furious? What's your thoughts on the pace so far?
Well, actually, the fastest game, the longest game has been 5 minutes, and that's happened 4 times. But just to go to your questioning, I don't think it's about really the fatigue problems here. Because if we were talking fatigue here, it would be on Tapir, but he's been playing really close. I don't think there's any fatigue on him. He's been on a run. He's been playing really close against Nam here. But Nam's not going to back down from a fight here. And that's been shown for these first 6 games. both of these guys are showing why they belonged in this final now, and they're playing that they want to be the ones to win this.
Yeah, I'm giving these guys a little bit of a break, so we're gonna have Alex speak for a little bit, maybe a minute or two, and then we'll get it back going. This could be a good one. Alex, the floor is yours, buddy. What's your thoughts?
My thoughts on this so far, I expected it to be close. The only reason I say this, you know that I've been friends with Nam from the get-go of this league. And you also know that in a different league, Tapir has been my boss. So I know both their play styles. I knew this was going to be close. I'll be honest, I can't really say who's going to win, and I don't want to. I just want to see a good match like it's been given. This finale, it's been a good one. It's better than the D2 sweeps we've seen. As much as I love winning in D2, most of them have been sweeps. I hate it because I feel bad for my opponent. And it's just, with the bot, it's just stupid. But with this, at least, the bot's going on one last bang, giving them fairness, and I like that because these guys have helped me out a lot. You know this. You know?
Yeah, I'm gonna give these guys a little bit of a breather, so I'll have Reed speak as well. A little halftime break here. You gotta do it, right? Because these guys have been playing lights out. Reed, if you want to speak, your thoughts on just the gameplay you're seeing, the thoughts on this, go for it.
Honestly, I think it's been really, really, really awesome. Like, especially from the get-go. I mean, that first game, that insane run that we all saw, like, that was absolutely incredible. And it keeps getting better. Like, there's no misses from either one of these guys. They just keep adding to the intensity every single game, and it's really showing today. This is a really good game.
Yeah, these guys have been playing lights out. I mean, there's just nothing else to say. It's really just a testament, not just to these guys, of course, Reed, but just a testament of how they've had to build the platform and understand the finale. Yeah, I don't even know, man. No, I agree. I don't even know who has the advantage. It's been just really cool. I think Brad may have just be listening on the background. But all right, I think we set the standard. It's back. We're back in the Nom's homestand. Took a couple games, but we're back. Game 7, break's over. Here we go. Back in business. Art?
Yeah, here we go again. And Nom, you cannot pick 10. You cannot pick 10. So how many?
Well, Nom thinks this one through. Seth, now we start thinking. Now we can start discussing that old power play. Now it starts to come in. We're going to go 9.
9 cards. Okay, first time going under double digits.
Yeah, we'll go single digits. We have not seen a single digit game, so we'll hold the phone in that power play. We got to see how this plays out. Now, it takes a little bit, despite we're being 6 games deep. Every series is different versus an upper tier double digit start versus a single digit start. But this is the borderline of the old mid-tier package. Nom's in. What will it be? Is it another green card? Let's find out. No, it's a yellow 3.
Yellow.
It up. All right. But
Okay.
we got the 3. So
Reception, baby. It's all about step back 3 in the building. We got to use a 3. Why not? All right, here we go. This can go quick.
okay, so we got to talk about the power play because when we start out this tournament in the round of 64, you're in a best of 7 game with only 1 power play. We're in a best of 5 right now with 2 power plays in the back pocket for both these guys.
Yeah, that's different. That's different type of gameplay. Now it's more of a sprint to the finish here, and you can see it. These guys got a little 5-minute break, 10-minute break, and they're starting to feel recharged early on the yellow. Here we go, back and forth like ping pong. Tapir, first one to break that ping pong, goes to blue. Now I'm the blue 8.
Just ping pong. It's ping pong.
Tapir, that's a double. That's a little bit of a check. Nom in
And
the yellow,
right
he goes
back to the yellow.
Beautiful. But Tapir with the answer. +2 from Nom. Is that game?
Oh
huge
my
one.
gosh, is this it?
That's it.
Oh, wow.
Plan A. Plan A. Just like that. Fast and furious is the way we roll. It's 4-3 Nom. And now he starts to think about power play in the back end. Insane right there. No questions, man. Just 1 minute. I mean, so the only thing I could have said was, you know what, now I guess I do have one question, man. That's an insane call. Think about it, right? You could have easily just ran that yellow 6. You saved the 6, and it worked out, because if you just play that 6 right early, let's say it's a yellow 6, maybe Tapir goes to the green, and that +2 chain is broken up early, right? So it just shows you, Seth, no questions here, because that was fast and furious, but that one little detail, that minute detail, makes a massive difference at the end result. It's crazy.
Absolutely does. Absolutely. And you wouldn't think that something as minute as that is going to be the difference maker, but it absolutely was. And I'm shocked in the fact I thought more than likely being the lowest card start we've had so far here in this tournament with 9 cards, I thought maybe we'd see these guys kind of go into a draw city. That was not the case.
No draw city art, and unfortunately, we're gonna have to get right back at it because there's nothing to add. I mean, usually after a game like that, you start to crescendo. I mean, we talk about power play. I just don't even think that's gonna matter right now. It's just these guys are playing too lights out. This could be ping pong. So this could go right back to Tapir. We got a best of 3. Right. This is too good right now to say we have a winner. I don't think this one game is going to be a decide. I think it's going to be another one-off. We're going to get a classic despite the 9 cards. It's happened before on the bot for sure. On these lower cards.
You're probably right. You're probably right. And plus, again, it's technically still that best of 5. If Tapir can tie this back up, we're going best of 3. That's it. This is going to be interesting.
Yeah, one red, one couldn't play because I don't have a red. So for Nam, and then a red skip too. That's micro margins, man. It's micro margins in this league. It's about finding that right groove, and sometimes when you have the cards in Plan A, it's pretty simple. But that minute detail, that yellow 6, think about it. If he plays it early, I don't think Nam drops that chain. I know you ain't gonna drop that chain, right? It's too early. We'll find out.
For sure.
Big game 9, Art. I don't got much to add. This is just setting up to be fast and furious. No games over 5 minutes. Been a classic.
Over to game 8 now.
Or game 8, sorry. Excuse me.
Yeah, game 8. You can't pick 9 now. So how many?
What will this be from Nam? Just no 9. He's going back to the baker's dozen.
Going back to
13.
13 cards.
Baker's dozen is 13.
Yeah.
Yep. We're going for that OG full. Big moment in this series.
OG full. Here we go. This is going to be interesting.
We had full of entertainment so far. Will we get some more entertainment on this start? They're both in.
I have to see here for Tapir now being down 1. Does he start thinking about one of his power plays as a defensive power play? Because the last thing he wants to do is be down 2 with Nam only 1 away from winning.
This is a pivotal moment, right? You gotta think Nam with 2 power plays, he could burn one right here to get this to 5-3 and keep one in the back pocket. Does Nam say, you know what? Maybe not. Let's get 4-4, keep one, have Tapir burn one, and have the PP advantage. Multiple ways to skin this cat. There's multiple ways.
Sure,
We're gonna find out. We're gonna find out. Pivotal moment, though. Big game 8.
Game 8 could be just a turning point.
Well, no turning point here early. We're gonna play this one simple. So many Plan A wins. You gotta think we've only had a couple games truly where it's been. There's the aggression. Tapir now the first one to switch it. It's been a trend now.
Wow.
Green 3 here. Oh, that's a heat check right there, Seth. Going back, testing him.
Right back to where we started.
Interesting.
Wow.
They both had. Nam had a ditto there with 2 yellow 4s.
Interesting, because Nam could have went back to that yellow 4 off the green 4, but he decided not to. Yeah. A little bit of a save tactic there from Nam.
Good idea.
And it's out for Tapir. This is big. Oh, boy. But the question is that a bad or a good thing? Because if Nam's got the same thing, then we're going back to Draw City Plan A.
Right.
That's the right one, yep. Oh, boy,
my God! He did a Call of Duty.
What do the numbers mean, Mason?
Oh my God! Here we go. We're throwing video game tactics in here.
Well, this might be a jailbreak right here.
Yep.
That's it.
I'm opening up the door.
Open it up. Okay. We'll see if Tapir can get out of Alcatraz and run free here on the Pacific West. Even though he ain't from the Pacific West, we're just going to use a little bit of analysis. Let's go with the Lake Michigan. We'll find out. Here we go. Tapir on Lake Michigan with the blue. What's it going to be? He's thinking.
Oh, he's thinking.
Table check. TC. Good resource. Good RM.
He's looking at it. Oh, he's going to try something.
Interesting.
Oh.
So this is interesting. This could mean all numbers. Is he trying to get Nam off kilter?
Well, he said that he's got a lot of numbers, so he might be looking for some kind of card to maybe help him be able to put together a chain. Nam says, all right, you can keep doing that, and I'm just going to keep whittling my hand down.
Blue 2. Now I'm trying to whittle it, and there's the switch. Now Tapir
Red.
might be okay here, Seth. He may be okay because now the more colors that get switched, the more you gotta think ammo's coming somewhere.
For sure. Yep. Every time that you swap that color, you've got the opportunity that your opponent may have something that might set you back.
You got to have that thought in the back of your mind when you're doing that
Plus
sort
2,
of thing.
classic.
And there it is.
And there
Yep.
it is.
There it is. Nam, one too many switches. Now we'll have to re-kilter. But interestingly enough, he keeps it on that Ditto too. Interesting. Now goes top shelf. Top 4. Here we go. Seth, this has been a fantastic series so far, but right now you got to think that little subtle hint of that red. It starts to weigh in Nam's mind now. How do I get off it? And he had a feeling.
And now he's iced out. Yep.
But Tapir bails him
Oh.
possibly.
Wow.
Wow.
Ty doesn't get closer than that. That is
Nope.
insane. But nothing for Nam. Tapir
That's
can run.
amazing. Nothing in the red, nothing in the green.
Two-color.
Two-color hand.
But this could be a good sign for
1-2.
Nam because Tapir might run out here. He may draw here just to see how this goes. Let's see. He is. Is Tapir got more in the tank? Wow, he did
1-2.
split it. He split it. Split the reverses and the skips and the green. He's had those. Now I'm with 8. This is where you start thinking about the wilds, and there's the +2
Oh,
combo.
and there you go.
Beautiful save.
Yep.
Zero sugar. Perfect. That's the executable move art. Hard to switch on those zeros, but it doesn't matter. +6 freshies. I think Tapir will be
Great
good.
defensive play there.
Yep, 5 to 8 now. A little bit of a switch there in the scoreboard. Let's see how Tapir reacts. Is he content?
Now remember, Tapir didn't have any yellow to start with. Does he get any yellow off of the draw 2s?
Did he get some magic off that +6? Off the +2 stat, Tapir. Wild saves have been efficient. So is his +2 control, and you know his +4 control has been there too. Both these guys have had great control today. There's an answer back.
Right back at him.
He pulls the yard.
Oh!
What?
He's gonna leave it open. This is risky. That might be
You
his
know,
only
I
play.
don't mind it though. I don't mind it because we already had a double +2 from Nam. I don't think he's got a +2 to be
he's
able to build
challenging
off
He
of
wants
it.
it. You know
He's
you want
challenging
it. I don't think
He's-
Nam's gonna do that. I don't think Nam's gonna do that. I
That's
think
a
he's gonna.
challenge. That's a challenge.
I think he's used his +2s.
That's
Yeah.
crazy though. We're gonna leave it on a plus. This is risky.
That is really risky. I don't know.
Well, Tapir may have got a top deck. Let's see.
Yeah. I wouldn't have liked that play if we hadn't seen +2s already out of Nam's hand.
Oh,
It's a little.
oh, look at this.
Nam's a cold stone character though, or don't even read into that. He's a cold stone character. Don't let the age fool you. This kid at 14, 15 can act like a 30-year-old on the table because you know he's got that composure. He doesn't care. Nothing's gonna bother him.
But I'm surprised that Tapir's doing this.
He's got to, right? When you got to think about this, when you just played last night, everything's fresh. He remembers all the things Sandfer and him were doing. And Sandfer is similar to Don, where he won't talk. It's going to be a game of just understanding how to mind game. How do you get a psychological edge when the game is this close? A little bit of table talk, see who cracks. Is one of those advantages. So it's a rare strat. Not a lot of guys do it in D1. But remember, Tapir did come from the D2 roots, where it's more common over there.
Man, I'm just hoping that they're not having too many cards here.
I think they're having more fun than cards are right now. I think that's what's going on. A lot of fun right now for everybody. This has been a fun, fantastic series. Here comes Tapir. Oh, there it is. There it is, Seth. We talked about it. It was risky.
Yep. He got the card he needed to be able to bail out, but now
That's
he's
a
putting it
comeback.
over to the. Ooh, look at
That's
that!
the comeback, and I don't know if that was most of them were either by the +2s. They probably were.
Well, at that rate, at this point, he got to think here now, Seth. A lot of the... Yeah, Alex, go for it.
I was about to say, Art. Basically, he just hit the limit of 20, and then the plus. Then, oh no, he hit like 16, and then the +6. There's daily math.
Yeah, so that's fine.
Mind games again. But yeah, now the ammo's running thin, Seth. We have not seen this in a minute. We've yet to see a game where the ammo's thin, and we're over... At this rate, we're over 5 minutes for the first time. This is the endurance battle now. Who's got it with him? We'll find out.
Non-switches.
Great switch. Fantastic right there from Nam. He's got so many. Wow, he's going to go aggressive, though. He's going to go aggressive, Seth.
Aggressive with the switches. Okay, hold on.
Maybe we've only got 2 or 3 plus 2 still left out there.
You checking? Okay. Right now,
We've only seen one wild play. The wild plus 4s are still there. And the thing, too, is interesting when we ended up having the draw there by Nam on the blue plus 2 when we had the draw city. He was out of red earlier. He was out of green. Then, obviously, either out of blue or didn't want to play off the plus 2. Like, right now, Tapir doesn't have a clue what Nam has in his hand.
No, Tapir is basically going in his blind art and pin the tail on a donkey. He's blindfold, hoping to pin it right. That's not going to be easy right now. Both guys, obviously, a long way to go for Nam. He can still draw back if he wants to. He can still draw back. He's got time.
He's at 19.
Still go one more. Not a problem. Yep.
You're at okay, Nam, you're at 20.
Well, if he's got nothing to play, he can still draw. That's how it works. If he's got nothing to play, he's good. He's just got to play. So that's not how the rule works. But it's pace of play. Yeah, only if you have something. If you don't, if you don't, then you're good. Yeah, that's fine. That's a clean game. So
Okay.
yeah, remember we changed the rule because of the old incident with Tapir and Sting, but I'm more flexible on it. Right, it's the final game. Get him down to 20. Not a problem.
Got some crazy 8s. We're back to the blue.
Crazy 8s in the blue. Like I said, Seth's made a good point. We have no idea. At this rate, I have no idea what Tapir has.
We got to that point now, right? With the draw city.
Ooh, he checked city on that yellow. Now I'm going to try to ice though.
Oh, boy.
It's another wild, but not Tapir's going to have something, right? Draw city. God, I think he saves.
The Tapir's not sweating here. He's just like, whatever.
I mean, at this rate, that would be something without the plus 2s. It'd have to be reverse skip combo heaven with some plus 4s.
My goodness, Tapir.
What we've seen in this series, a 15-card chain would not surprise me at this point.
No, at that rate, it's fair game, right? Because they both have taken a long time to get there. This game's almost, 10 minutes old now? It's first time we're seeing this battle. The monkey combo. Go to the yellow 5 now. Big moment right here, Art. Remember, he threw that wild yellow, and it worked. Now it's Tapir iced. But Nam's iced back. It's mirror playing.
Wow.
Mirror playing, Seth. This is the air, right? This is the air. It's the old super speedway. This is the air blocks right now. Mirror playing. Oh, boy.
My goodness.
This is insane. Remember, 20 rule. We'll keep that in mind. Both really... Oh.
Oops.
Jump the gun. Okay. Maybe internet.
We've only had 2 wilds played and no wild plus 4s. I feel like we've got a number of them in distributed in between both of their hands, but they don't want to use them. They're holding on to them for a late game.
Yeah, a little lag. No worries. Tapir now looking to get back to single digits. Nope. Plenty of time to draw. Still got 2 more turns. Can do one more. Here comes Tapir. He's going to go break it right there, Seth. For a quad. Gotta be more
Second time Tapir's tried to get it back to the blue.
Now this could force Nam's hand. He could draw one more, or he could find a way out of it. Let's see. He goes plus 2 city.
Whoa!
Beautiful from Nam. He's going to throw it down. Now the plus 2s are just sold out, Seth. They're almost sold. We're almost sold.
I think we've only got one more left. I think it might be a green plus 2 is all we got left.
There's the crossover back. Does Nam have red 6 in the back pocket or a way to get back to red? Could be a weak... There it is! Wild
There's your third of your 4 wilds.
Yeah, this is a skill game. Skill game now. There's nothing left. At this rate, it's a skill game.
And your wilds are gone.
We're done. Wilds are finished.
We're down to plus 4s. That's it for the wilds.
Are you kidding me?
There's one of them.
Oh my god, what an ammo flurry. That is an ammo flurry right there. Both guys just back and forth. Ping pong, it's back to blue! My goodness. Back to red!
Right back to red.
Ping pong city.
Oh my god.
Are we watching ping pong or Uno, or what the heck, man?
You remember those old Wii Sports tennis games where you just hit back and forth at close proximity? That's what we're seeing right now.
Yeah, I don't know what we're watching.
You're watching a masterpiece. That's what you're watching.
That's what we're watching, Art.
That's what we are watching, and it's been really good.
Oh, go back to blue two color.
I love the fact that GIF was red shirt and blue shirt as well, because we're literally going back and forth with red card, blue card.
Yeah, I had to find
I'll-
some. I had to keep it going.
I would
All
also
right.
like to say, for my 2 cents, the only reason I'm saying this is basically a music piece, right? You have the two composers, and then you have the cards as the instruments. You know what I
That
mean?
is pretty much what we're seeing here.
Yeah, you know what this is, like a little break dance. We're doing a little rap battle, break dance. Who can outdo each other? That's where we're going back to. This is two color. This is two color, and this is insane. Set. We're just waiting for that crescendo.
Yep.
Unbelievable. Both guys have just been playing ping pong on blue
Back
and red.
back and forth. My goodness.
Well, blue and red make purple. Our faces are going to be purple after this game. What a series, man! Oh, there's a plus
Okay,
four.
there's your second. There's your second +4.
Yeah, it's a Tapir
Bringing
ripping the
it back
Band-Aid
to
off.
blue.
Unbelievable. And that was crazy, Seth. He's going to use it that early. That just shows you. It's just a show of respect, right? It's a respect of that the reverses and skips are so powerful with these two guys. A 10-card chain can happen. You have to bank on throwing it early. And there's the red
Exactly.
again. Unbelievable. I'd never seen something like there we go. That's the moment.
Green.
That's
Now
what
we're
we're
in the
waiting for.
green.
That's what we were
Yep.
waiting for. That's the moment. But it's not
Back to
again.
red.
Again, back to red. Does Tapir have a red green 7?
My
The number of visions he has
goodness.
been off the charts here.
He'll roll
Oh,
into
he's
it.
got red. Okay.
Extra reserve in a tank.
Oh my
I need a breather, man.
goodness.
We're out.
Yeah.
We're out for that one, boy. He's out. He's out of red.
No,
He's
I'm
in
down.
red. That's been his bread and butter.
And he can't do much on zero sugar. Now he's starting to use Nom tactics with the zero. Nom will top deck. Yeah, we're almost out of deck.
And
15
now
to go.
Tapir's out.
Yeah,
14 now.
We don't want to get this to a. If you get this to a shuffle, oh man.
Yeah. I've been keeping track of the ammo cards played so far, but then they're right back in play again if we end up getting the reshuffle.
Down to 10.
Yeah, this has been a classic finale. 4-3. Nom looking to go 5.
Uh-oh.
By my last count, we've still got 2 +4s that haven't been played.
At this rate, is it really at the bottom of the deck? It would truly be bottom of the deck barrel here. We'll find out.
Anything could be down there right now.
At this rate, it doesn't matter. Already, if we get to 0, it's a fresh game, right? And even
Yep.
so, because it could, no matter what, 2 +4s are coming back. We know every single wild's in the deck coming back. Yeah, we're going to have to reshuffle it. It's been a while
Yep,
since we
sure.
reshuffled in a finale. I think the last time we reshuffled in a finale yard was. Well, hold on, maybe a reshuffle. Let's see if there's 20. Let's just make sure. No, we got a long way to go.
Nope.
We gotta
13,
check.
15. We are good.
Good to go. Let's see what Non does. Does he want to? There it is.
There it
We
is.
got
New Year!
reshuffle.
Happy New Year!
Oh boy. Well, just after that reshuffle, there it is. Tapir rips it with the green 0. Forget that.
Unbelievable.
Oh my god! Now this is set. This is a new game. I mean, 4 wilds
Brand new
in the
game.
deck. It's just the +2s we don't know. The +4s we don't know. There could be someone holding back, but we know 2 of them are in there.
Brand new game, and I think these guys have gone to plan. Where are we at? Plan F? Plan G, perhaps?
Plan H,
I feel like
plan
the
H.
strategy has changed multiple times here in the last 5 minutes alone.
At this rate, we might be going to plan I.
You might as well use every letter of the alphabet as we continue to go yellow.
If we pass Z, we got to go to double A, double B, and go on from there.
I feel like it's gonna be what you call it. I would think of it this way: Plan I win.
Well,
Ah.
we'll find out. We'll find out.
My
Nah,
goodness.
we're going to go blue. Does
I'm here all week.
reception here from Tapir?
Yeah. Just enjoy your half penny there, Alex. Come on, man.
What a classic, though, man. This is a banger. What a series. It's hard to believe this game's been going on for this individual one for 17 minutes. Well, the questions we could ask after this are insane. Here we go.
Yeah, there is more ways that we can ask questions after this one.
There's the reception, but the green. Back to it.
And you
Oh
get
my!
caught up in just this game alone, you don't realize what's at stake. I mean, this is an opportunity for Tapir to draw it back, even in the series. An opportunity for Nam to be one away from a tournament win.
And there is that lingering aspect of we go blue power play. Does Nam even want to throw a power play? Does he just say, you know what? Keep it, right? Let Tapir be the one to make the move.
Yeah. Then you'd be going into a best of 3 possibly with power plays in play. Who knows?
Yeah,
If both of them are still holding on to power plays going into the best of 3, you mostly just throw your ideas out the window. That's it.
Comes down to who blinks first then.
Draw City, it's been the main story. No, it's getting close. Let's see.
Oh, is Tapir about to do something?
I don't know, but I'm feeling it. We saw 2+4s in the deck. He's going to use one of them. So he may have been holding on. We think he was holding on. Nah, back with the blue, too. Is it 2-ception from Tapir? He goes back with the crossover.
Oh, my gosh.
Insane. From
In the green!
No, is this too much? Hold on. Is that too much? Is that too much, Hard? Is that one too many? Too much of anything's no good.
Oh, boy.
I gotta say real quick, this is way too much for me to hold out on, man. This is great gameplay.
Yeah,
it's just insane gameplay. This is some of the best gameplay we've seen all year. It appears, did he finish it off right here? This would be insane. No, he does the +2.
Leaves the door open
now,
again.
Okay, now, Art, you could say it's risky because everything's back, right? Everything's back. This is a risk.
Everything's back, and he's challenging him.
I don't think Nam's not going to do it. He's going to play this one clean if he need. It's risky, right? Because you do it with every +2 in a deck, you got to be a really fine margin to make sure it's a good call. Let's see. Tapir's forcing his hand. So now I'm just saying, you know what? Maybe I got something right here off that +2, and we haven't drawn much. That's true. But there's the +4. That's insane, man. That's insane. I said I think that's every +4 we think that we may have been saving, but we don't know if there's still more lurking. Who knows?
Who knows what?
Yes, you would be correct. So that's all of the +4s played. And of course, we've got the 2 back in the deck from the reshuffle.
Zero's hard to get off of, but we do have every 0 back. We would think but it's a safe play from Tapir. But now that's the question: is it too safe? Does Nam say, it's too safe? I'm gonna play a regular red here. Don't switch to 0. Let's see. Here's a reverse from Nam.
Let's for a double, maybe.
Triple from Nam. Looking for a 22 card comeback. This would be something. Yellow skip.
He's looking for maybe 4?
He might be looking for a finish here. Looking for a quad.
Could be.
Quint. This has got to be it. Maybe.
He hasn't used power play, so
Let's see what Nam will do. 20 minutes, 120 cards. That's 6 cards a minute. Nam really taking his time here. He thought it through. Okay, now
down the dose.
And I think that one through, Seth, because he may have just tried to say, there's the yellow.
Right back to the yellow again.
I think it was numbered. He was just making sure the right number, and it bit him. But does Nam have one more in the back pocket?
Well, Nam used the yellow to get from his red reverse back into the red skip. He didn't stay on the yellow, so he may not have any yellow left.
We started this stream at 4 o'clock, boys. It's almost 6, 2 hours strong, and 2 hours later, and we still, I can't pick a clear winner. It's been that kind of series. No. We both have been playing insane.
You could flip a coin and it would land on its side. That's how even this game in this tournament has been.
Might as well get a two-sided coin at this right here.
Exactly.
Let's find out. Nam's got to be thinking this one through. It has to be. No, not in history. Slow roll from Nam. Yellow. He saved it up. Okay.
Check.
Is this 5-3? No. Yeah, I think that's great from Tapir there, Seth. That's great.
Yeah. And remember too,
play the odds.
Nam's been able to a couple of times finish on the wild, but all 4 of the wilds got put back into the deck on the reshuffle. It'd be unlikely he got one of them on the draw so far.
Tapir, Nam, Draw City. We could be in this for another 20. I wouldn't say this. been the longest series, but it's definitely been one of the more entertaining individual games. There's a top 4. Top 4s are back in the process and building here. Blue 9, that's Tapir with the break. I think this is where Nam has to think about making a move here, Seth, because now he's starting to change momentum. There's the move. Yep. Got to make the move. That's a good move, Art. You have
We
to.
were up in the double digits of cards, it was one thing, but now I think you definitely have to jump if the colors are swapped.
I don't even know what's going
Well,
on.
he got what he needed, though. He got what he needed. Monkey combo on the red. This is getting interesting, Seth. Interesting now with Tapir just erased that +2. It's a 3, and it's a little table check, 3-4.
It's going to just take one. It's going to take one move that will give one or the other maybe the advantage. You get the feeling right here that both of them might have a run to the finish.
There it is. +4.
There we go.
Nam now in the driver's seat with 2. Seth, Tapir's back to 7. He goes to red. Is it number official? Beautiful.
Oh my gosh.
Miraculous from Tapir. He has the answer. Insane.
My goodness.
Every time Nam gets close, Tapir answer back. He's going to play Minesweeper. Unbelievable.
Minesweeper. My goodness.
This is like Wipeout, man. He's got to get over these hurdles. He's doing a great job with the sweepers, clearing every sweeper. Dodging bullets out here is Tapir. Nam's been dodging them too, but Tapir's finding a little bit more bullet dodging in the last 45 seconds. Caesar says awesome play. Appreciate the Brazilian for watching, man. Oh man, what a series! I'm out of words, man. I don't even know.
I don't even know what to even think here.
Once again, though, it's Nam thinking through. What would he be thinking here, Seth? I mean, he's got to be thinking at this rate. The only thing is he may have more ammo, and when's to time it? Or that. Yep.
There you go. Yeah, I think with the fact he had to draw those 2 cards, he's trying to figure out now how he's able to maybe create a chain. He already used his +4, now he's used his wild. I don't know just how much ammo he can have left over.
At this rate, you got to think it. There's only 2 options here. Power play for the 5-3. Take it at this rate. If he goes 5-3, what's the point, right? You still got 1. Or it was this a case of KT classic it out? Maybe that would be a risky play. And since that maybe Tapir had a run, you try to go backside. Let's see. Nam's gonna have to think this one through. What's it gonna be from Nam? Looking to get potentially 5-3. Makes the run.
Tapir's been so good on the number efficiency too, so he's got to be smart in what he plays.
That's what he's thinking. So I said he's thinking, if I'm so dang good in the number efficiency, maybe it's too risky. What if I do another wrong number? We got another 10-minute game. The longer this game goes, I think Nam's thinking about that power play heavy. Yep, called it.
There it is.
Read that like a book. That's it for Nam on 1 power play, but now Tapir down 5-3. We'll have 2 power plays. This 25 minutes, folks.
Wow.
I said I don't even know. I mean, we basically played 2 different games, right? We had a 1 game with the reshuffle, and I'm out of words. I had no questions, man. You guys are just putting on a show. I could ask probably multiple questions here, but I need a water and I need a break. This has been insane. Seth, yeah, while I get this water, man.
Everybody take 5.
Yeah, while I get this water, man, feel free to fill the fans in if you're just joining us.
Yeah, I mean, if you're just joining us, you have completely missed out on an unbelievable final here. We had it tied up 1-1, had it tied up 2-2, 3-3, but now you kind of wonder, has the momentum shifted into Nam's corner? He is down 1 power play, still having the 2 power plays in reserve. Would be Tapir. Does he use it as an offensive power play? Does he use it as a defensive power play? We're going to have to wait and see. Only 1 win away from Nam to be able to take this tournament. So we're gonna see here now a little bit on the back foot for Tapir. We've seen both of these guys really good with number efficiency. They really have liked the color swaps in the early going. The ammo has been pretty fairly distributed, and as you may not have seen, we just finished up a 25-minute game. We went through the deck a full time, had to go for a reshuffle. These guys have shown us a little bit of everything here today. We've ended up having where there's been absolutely no draw runs to the finish. Obviously here, the longest game we've had so far in this series.
No, I'm good now.
It's been a board game. Absolutely been a board game. It's exactly what it's been here. Little bit of everything. They've gone to jail. They've not passed go. They've had hotels built on their squares. There's been a little bit of everything here, and the momentum has constantly shifted back and forth. This has been maybe the first time I can think of, Sean, that we've seen a little bit of a momentum shift, but with the 2 power plays in reserve, very easily Tapir can bring this right back.
Oh, yeah, it's not over yet. We're not even scratching the surface on just how close this game is. Even if Nam has used the power play, Tapir is going to try to fight back here. It is far from over here, folks, and it's now just going to game 9 coming up.
We're going to take a minute break. Here's Tapir takes one. We all need to catch our breath, and thank you for covering, Seth. This has been... We need you. First off, we need Seth more in the booth. Heck yes. Got to get him in the booth.
This guy, Seth has really brought in a lot of good
energy, good vibes, man.
Here.
Absolutely. And look, Seth, I think Seth, he played this game only a year ago. He made his debut in T5 about a year ago now, and he knows the system. It's just the skill level in this league. As we take this break, man, I mean, it's unbelievable. It doesn't seem to amaze me that when we get a fair game, not with the bot hosings and the junk on the ammo, when it's a fair, straight game, skill now comes to it. And now the question becomes here, Short just hit me up saying great game. Seth, we've seen Tapir have a power play of it. We saw it last night, right? And that's still fresh with him. At this rate, Tapir can play this defensively, right? If Nam gets on a run. Right? Or at the same time, Tapir might say, you know what? Okay, let's go 1-1, right? I'll get a 5-4 right here, and then we'll settle it out like men. Where do you think the power play advantage could be? It's freshened. It's not like this was round 1 where he remembers this 12 hours ago, now 16 hours ago. Where do you think the power play advantage from last night actually comes in? Do you think this is the moment right here where Tapir needs to make the break?
Honestly, I feel like it is. I really do. I know that... I think his ideal strategy was he would love to draw it in 5-5 with having the 2 power plays in reserve. But at this point in time, I feel there is a slight momentum shift in favor of Nam. He's already used up his 1 power play. I feel in order to draw it even, we've seen the back and forth here so far. Not only in the games themselves, but also in the series continually getting tied up. I think unless you absolutely have maybe a 6-7 card shot to the finish, I feel like maybe you do want to burn that 1 power play. Now, on the flip side of that, though, when you look at Nam obviously is 1 win away from taking this entire thing. If we end up having a situation where Tapir thinks, I can keep my 2 power plays in reserve, I've got a run to the finish, does he use his final power play in defense?
Yeah.
It's gonna be a tough choice here for him if he sees Tapir going on a major offensive run, whether or not he wants to keep that last power play for the final game if we end up bringing it up to an eventual final game 11 or not.
This has been a banger, and Cedar says, what do they say? Or read that comment, go for it.
Read what's
Watch party.
It's not over yet. A 5-3 lead is way too unsafe with the way Tapir is playing.
True.
This is not over yet, man. Tapir, like I said, with the power play advantage, I think Nam did the right thing on the power play already. You got to think, Tapir's had his number on number efficiency or just ISO plays all game. And that's where the only thing I could see said the only disadvantage, if there's one micro margin, Tapir's had the better number, or the number efficiency and ISO plays, but Nam just seems to have the sprints lately where he can get that ammo run downhill. Almost like a basketball game. He's been able to go on fast breaks more, whereas Tapir needs to play a little bit more zone defense and space them out. I think right now is the time for Tapir to say, you know what? Forget the zone defense. I've learned everything. It's time to go man-on-man. CB, WR, receiver, football's coming back. CB to receiver right here. It's going to be a goal line fade. Who's got it better? Does Nam got the height to get that catch? Whereas Tapir say, you know what? I got the hops too to intercept that. or just bat it down on 4th and goal. We'll see. We're on 3rd and goal right now. I wouldn't say this is 4th and goal. 4th and goal is when we get to game 11, but gosh dang, this is going to be a classic. Here we
And
go.
while it may not show it on the result there, obviously Nam getting the win, but that was a win in a way for Tapir as well, because he forced Nam to burn that power play on back-to-back number efficiencies, stopping Nam from winning the game. He had to use the power play in order to get the win.
Now, boys, I do want to ask y'all a question during this break that we have real fast. Like,
Yeah,
as putting aside like your commentator roles, like as fans, how does this feel for y'all to see as like just to witness?
Well, you know, Ryan, I was in a game. Ard was there with me when I played Ashley, the world champion. I was in this game, similar spot, very similar gameplay, a little bit different though. A lot less switches. These guys switch it a lot more. Ashley and I we played very disciplined, a lot less switches, a lot more ISO, more old school Uno like you see. This is new school modern day Uno. I can tell because back in the day when I used to play, right, in real life or even on this bot, I wouldn't dare switch it 20 times within what 5 minutes. Or that's mind-boggling to me. I still don't even do that all the time, right? But these guys have done a great job of just figuring out the styles of each other, where they play similar mirror playing. It's almost like we're reinventing the wheel. Now remember, it may change, right? This is the last game on this bot. It's going to change a lot, right? Due to the fact that we have the upgrades, but it may only be even better because we have card history coming. Right, it's coming in Super League for sure. Not T5, but Super League, it's coming. I think it's just going to get better. Really, I really think it reminds me a lot of Ashley KT, but it reminds me in a different way because it's its own unique battle because of the light switching. Seth, do you have anything to add as a player? You want to, as a fan? What do you think?
I mean, I've said this before. You talked about the fact that I've got the background of NR broadcasting. I have said as a commentator, you're just a fan transmitting what you're seeing. I mean,
Right.
You are fully invested in what is going on as a fan, as an observer. As a player, I'm noticing what these guys are doing, and I'm thinking to myself, I would never thought of making that play. You're actually learning as well as you're watching what these guys are doing. There's a reason why these are the two facing off in this final for this tournament, because they have been able, in every facet of the game, they have become an aficionado in that regard, and we're seeing that with the back and forth that we've seen in every single one of these games. So, yeah, we're literally just transmitting what we're seeing, but we are fully fans, fully invested in what's going down right now.
I think the halftime break, another halftime break's over. I know we have a 7 o'clock stream for D2, but man, I don't care right now. This has been too much of a banger. Art, take us to game 9. Will this be it, or will we have a game 10 in store? Let's go.
Well, it's now on Tapir here for game 9. In Tapir, you cannot pick 13, so everything else is on the board.
Yeah, you got
How many cards?
Yeah, you got to think,
How many-
not the butt in here, but you got to think Tapir will save that game 10 for a full send. I don't think it's going to be the sender here. I think he's saving that.
Well, how many cards do you want, Tapir?
If he gets there. Where it says, this is going to be a bold call.
Go
He's going 14.
14.
Yeah, I had a feeling. I don't think you want to send it here, Seth. You still got one more home game possible. And you got to think, with 2 power plays, Tapir's in a good spot. We may get that game 10.
For sure. Keep it in reserve. I agree with you completely.
That's different, though.
Ooh.
That's different.
I believe that's only the second specialty card that we've had on the initial draw. I think we had a skip earlier on.
That was back in game 3.
Yeah, it took us long enough to get back. 6 games later, we're back. Here we go. And there's the switch. Oh, boy. Tapir, let's see if he's got a blue 7. That would be something. That wouldn't even be skill. That'd just be insane. No. Oh, my God. Well, here we go. Green 4, and that's interesting from Nam. 0 sugar. Interesting. But Nam gets the number efficiency. He's playing it into Tapir now, Seth.
And right back to the green.
There it is. But now with the quad red. Oh my goodness.
My goodness gracious.
He checks every minute, man. He checks every minute. Now it's getting fast. It's getting fast, Seth. There's no one slowing down. We're down to single digits. It's getting quick.
Yeah, the fact we're seeing these quick fire swaps of number efficiency. These guys their brains are on overdrive right now.
Well, now
look at Tapir.
That's a rip the Band-Aid off moment. Yep, rip it off. Okay, 15-5. Let's see. Yellow 6.
So now here's the situation with Tapir as far down as he is. Now Nam might have to start thinking about maybe burning his second and final power play in defense here.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
Unless
I
he's
think
got ammo.
He's gonna save it. I think he's gonna save it. I don't think you gotta rush into that.
Yeah, let's back up. Let's hold our horses there for a second because that's just way too quick.
That would be a gutsy call. But I think Nam knows better. Save it if he has to burn one. If Nam, if he just doesn't have the ammo, what's the worst that happens, right? He's gonna have it, so he's gonna use it. But if he didn't have it, see if maybe you can get Tapir to burn one and get to a 1-1 on that. But we'll go Ditto. That's risky. Crazy. Overdrive is for sure the word. I think that's the move. Overdrive on the brain power. We don't use much of our brains as humans, man, but gosh dang. We are pulling it right here.
Both guys are just playing real calm, cool, and collected now. Until there.
It's been yeah.
There's Monkey. Combo.
Monkey combo. Apologize there. The voicemail. We're good. Green 7. I mean, it's been that kind of game, man. We've been at this for a while. Into green 2.
I think those guys over in D2 might have to hold off the stream.
Hold the phone for a little bit. It's now Nam in Draw City potentially. Tapir with a chance to get this to 5-4.
Now both have come out with some shots. Tapir had the double plus
that might be it. That
could be it.
Nam with anything to answer. Has to be the wild right here.
It's gotta be a
The momentum is shifted. That's a momentum shifter, and here's why. You could have used power play.
Exactly.
Shift momentum,
He's
and
got
we're back.
2-1 power play advantage now.
All right, let's go to Tapir.
Game 10. Wow.
Insane. I had a feeling. Now we're going to see that full send. I have a feeling. Tapir, great save. I have to ask, man, you had a pretty decent hand, I'd have to say. 2+2s. You threw a quad play, a wild in reserve. Did that +4 give you the extra wild, though, at the end, or did you say that off the start? Unbelievable. And that's a huge momentum flipper for Tapir there, Seth. Insane, because basically Nam, he could have potentially said, you know what? Save it, right? Maybe hope Tapir played the power play. Now Nam is in desperation mode. Now he's going to have to start thinking differently because this is different now. 5-3 to 5-4.
Yeah. With not having the second power play in reserve, now he's got to flip-flop between using his final power play on offense or on defense, whereas Tapir's able to play whatever he wants to for a power play and knows he still has one in his hip pocket.
Yeah, nothing but a skill-based game there. Now, the question is, how do you lock in now knowing that there's 2 games possibly left or 1 more to go? This is a big moment here. How do you lock in knowing that you've seen every look, you've seen every decision? We're going to see what Caesar said. He might be watching. Every decision from Tapir. Do you see an advantage you could possibly look at in this next game? Do you try to go aggressive on power play, switch? What's your thoughts on what you've built here in 9 games and questions? Fans, this has been insane. We're down to the wire. It has to be definitely right up there with KT Ashley on finales. All-time league-wise, this is definitely on there for sure.
This has to be top 3 in the finales column. My goodness.
Let's see what Nam says here. Seth, I guess my question to you now is I don't know what to think, man. I don't know what to think about this. This is an interesting spot right here. We know it's going to be a full set. Tapir saved it up, right? This is his last home call no matter what. But we haven't seen that. Do you think it favors in the sense that Tapir can play more aggressive on number efficiency? Sometimes when you get to these last 2 games, there's an old saying, the last 2 games of any series, especially a game 11 if we get there, is the longest game. Do you think that narrative will play true here? We've had it be 25 minutes. If we do somehow beat that, it'd be crazy.
I think you're not going to see Tapir on the defensive at all for the remainder of this series. With having the 2 power plays in his back pocket, he can go full offense at this point in time. Now, in terms of Nam, honestly, I feel I would go full offense if I'm him as well. Treat it as if you do have 2 power plays. Don't think about the fact you're at the power play deficit at the moment. I feel that if you end up doing that, you're on the back foot. You may have to then use the power play as a defensive, and then you're in an even worse spot.
All right, buckle up. like I said, red and blue make purple. I think our faces are about to turn purple no matter what happens here. 2 more games on this bot, or is it 1 more? Is this the final swan song, the last chapter? Art, do the honors, man. What a series.
Tapir, you can now not pick 14 cards, so how many? Reed says, you know what time it
I
is.
kind of agree. We know what's
It's
coming.
gotta be, right?
We gotta expect what it is.
We have not seen it all game. That would be the.
Oh,
that'd be it all.
don't do it. Don't do it, Tapir. Don't do it.
It's not how
Do
I
it.
roll. Send is how I
Come
roll, my
on.
friends. Full send it. Is this it? You know what's coming.
Post it. Post it.
The send is here, boys. The full send. Is this it? Is this the last full send?
There it is.
Is this the last full send in the bot history? Tapir says, you know what? Only one way to go out, and it's with a bang. It's time to lock in. He's got the power play advantage. It's about to get good, boys. This is it. Pedal to the metal. We're all the way down the throttle. What's it going to be? The final full send, we'll find out, but it's a blue 6. Here it is. We just did off a reverse set. This is getting good. Oh, man. I'm out of words, man. I'm out of words. Here we go. Gosh dang, here we go. What will it be from Tapir?
How long do they wait to pull the trigger here on this one with a full send?
Well, forget the trigger. We're gonna go double play early. We're gonna roll into that blue. Now the hands is gonna be the key.
Yeah, a lot of our big hand draws at the beginning of the game were very slow at the beginning. All of a sudden, it just took that one color swap, and all of a sudden we were rapid firing. We'll see if we've got color swap here. So yeah, it looks like we're starting that rapid fire pretty early on in this one.
Unbelievable, man. You know, as we go into Skittles, there it is. Another Skittle.
Bring out the Skittles. Pop them out.
Unbelievable. You know, it's hard to believe. It's hard to believe I'm saying this, Seth. Nam, if we've now played 10 games here, this is his 95th career game. He's a rookie. I mean, what is that? Tapir didn't play T1, and if I'm not mistaken, this is his 89th career game. What in the world? I mean, this is crazy. These guys are.
This is nuts.
These guys are.
This is insane.
They have over 170 starts, and they're rookies. This is not no rookies. Trust me. These guys are playing like that.
Absolutely not. They're rookie in name only. The gameplay does not tell the tale of them being rookies.
No, and they're definitely moving up. Remember the automatic rule: you win this, it's over. Right? You win, you're going to a legend class. It does not matter. And unbelievable, man. The generation of Uno, yeah, it's blowing us out for sure. Here we go. Back to the game. A lot of EXP on the table. But who will have the most EXP at the end of the night? We're going to find out. Tapir, another aggressive play set.
Triple?
He's going. Yeah, triple for sure. Quad. How about that?
No quad.
Yeah,
That's put Nam on the back foot there.
Because Nam switched out of that red. Is it truthful from Nam and Tapir? Is that truthful? Does Tapir have the right for it on the back end just in case? Do you want to switch it? That's a mistake. First mistake.
But he gets away. Series?
But he gets away with it, though.
Can't get away with it.
Holy moly. We haven't seen that all game. I mean, it's unbelievable, man. It took, almost an hour. 2.5 hours almost on stream to see one mistake.
Yeah, it wasn't super costly, though.
He gets lucky.
He got away with it.
Oh, yeah, that's right. But still. It's been insane, man. It's been picture perfect, but that's a warning sign from Tapir. I think it's a good move, Seth. You see that run, you gotta throw it. Good move.
For sure. Yep.
Let's see what it'll be for Tapir. Does he have number efficiency? It's been like that all game. Power play, 2 of them. Yeah, good. You have to do it. Gotta do it.
Man.
Gotta do it.
Now gotta draw.
I think this might be it, boys. We may be getting a game 11. Here we go. Tapir. No, it's not.
Wow.
He's just gonna play defensive.
Right there.
He's got to win this game now, Seth. He's got to win. This is
it.
Yeah.
If he doesn't, it's the waste of the power play. I don't know what he's got in the back of his mind here for a plan. I felt like he probably was going to have a chain to the end there with playing the power play. The fact that he's just playing it cool on a blue 4.
Well, Nam,
Yeah.
Nam, the only thing I could think of for Nam here is, man, does he try to ISO back to yellow? I don't know. This is a risky play. This is a risky call from Tapir. He's been risky. We saw Sandfer do it last night. Is that a little muscle memory? I don't know.
They've both been good on the number efficiency as well. Remember, it was Tapir's number efficiency that forced Nam to have. There you go. There's the answer.
Yeah, I think this might be the case where it could have been a split ammo run, but Tapir may have ran out of luck there. Nam is running now. But the question is, did Nam run dry? Was it a save measure?
It could have very well been.
Which I wouldn't blame him. You know what, Art? I wouldn't blame him if he draws here, right? Because you have to save the game. Yep.
There it is.
Don't blame him. You had the momentum now. You just flushed his power play. You're in a great spot.
Exactly. You've negated it. Now you're back even 1-1 in terms of power plays.
Yeah, it's Draw City. Well, great. It's a great play, but at this point, Seth, it's got to be a win for Tapir. You can't lose like that. Momentum would be shot.
For sure. This is now a must-win game. It wasn't necessarily a must-win game when we began it, but now with having used that power play, now having to even back up at 1 apiece, now he absolutely has to win this one. I'd be curious to know what he had in plan for a potential run to the end there after ending it on the blue 4. You don't really see a power play played that early on and ending on a number. Usually you end up having a chain to the finish.
Right now, this is a tense match, but we do somehow find a way to end around it back to blue. Blue 1 now. Blue 8, number of... Yeah, we know now. We just wore out, man. We're out, forgive us. Red 1.
We've been wear out this whole after just the chaos.
The crossover set. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
My
Is that a classic?
goodness.
Is that a KT classic? The only thing we have not seen so far in this series. There it is.
It is indeed.
Great move. The KT classic. Are you kidding me? Austin LaPlante joins in, and we're drawing back.
My goodness, I don't even know what's going on anymore.
That's the nature of it, Art. You're not supposed to, right? Sometimes it's just better unspoken. That's what these guys have done. Is everyone's here
Well,
now.
I haven't been thinking about what's been going on since, I don't know, Game 5.
What a game. What a series set. Now, it's just going to come down to at this rate, in my opinion. If there is any +4s hidden in the deck, when do you make the break? That's a great play from Ron, the KT Classic, I think, because it's just reset the game back in his favor. It's about ping-pong momentum as we go blue 6 top deck.
And as I said, Nam had to approach this game in full offense, I felt. And the last couple of plays that he's made that have helped ice out Tapir have been exactly that.
It's working. Tapir can't find the groove. This is great for Nam. He's found the rhythm. Blue 1. That is still drawn. There's the green. Okay. That was not a blue or red. It wasn't a blue or red, though, so that's a neutralizing color, Seth. That's not neutralized. This is huge.
Nope. This could be something.
This is a pivotal moment in this series, but it's still 8-8. It's still a long way to go. That Draw City helped both.
Yep, it did somehow.
It doesn't work.
Wow.
That means it's blue or red, Seth. It's blue or red. It's truly two color.
It's probably got to be red, right?
It has to.
It's been a while since we've seen yellow played as well. They didn't stay on yellow for very long.
You know what? Good point there. Good point there.
You're just joining us, LaPlante. Emmy joining us here. Everyone's starting to come in now. You've missed an absolute insane game. There's the red we just alluded to.
Yep. I think Pandora's box is open now.
Art,
You're going
start
to see
playing.
a lot of play now.
Whoever said the composers earlier, start playing the music, because now we're about to see this crazy act right here on the red. We're going to start to see it right now. We're starting to build it up. All right.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Jaws music will go yellow, though. We're going to get out of it quickly. Does Tapir have the answer? Does Tapir have the answer? All right, that's good enough. That's good enough. That's good enough.
I know,
Okay, yeah.
I'm joking.
Yeah, but-
Sorry.
Crazy series. Let's see. Yellow 4, they're going to roll into it. Seth, this is insane, man. They ran out of green. We think red's the lock and key, but now all of a sudden we're getting into blue. We don't know what they
They're
have.
back in the blue again.
Is this another
And
KT?
Tapir
It's just a
can't do
classic from Nam. It's a classic!
It is. Wow.
He's pulling KT level strats hard. He knows I'm here in the building, and now he's starting to do it. Oh, man.
Oh my goodness.
All of a sudden, they went from their styles, Seth, to now it's starting to turn into these clutch styles that you see the likes of KT and Sandfer use, or just developing it now. It's unbelievable. But Nam is iced. I just wonder if this is just a game of just the red. I still think the red, something's hidden back.
Something's hidden in the red. I feel like something's also hidden in the yellow. Once we got over
There's
to
the
those
red.
two colors, they started draining out a bit. Yeah, I think we're going to start draining out again here.
Right now, advantage nobody. This is equalizes again.
No.
'Cause- okay, that's 7-12, but the plus 4s could be lurking at any time.
Still don't feel there's an advantage to either
There's
one.
a +4 lurking. I wouldn't accept it. What we're seeing there on that.
What is it going to be from Tapir? He's down to 6. Okay, +2. I thought that was a double +2 for a second. I would have jumped. But it's just a classic
No,
1-2.
that was just a classic 1-2 there.
Nah, roll into it, test them out. Good move. But it's
Over the
another number
yellow!
efficiency. Unbelievable from Tapir. But now
Ooh.
with that, what the +2 saves, unbelievable.
And right back to the red.
Think it won't matter, Seth, here, though. Won't matter because there's the yellow 8. Had it coming. Saw it coming a mile
You
away.
knew that was.
Had a feeling. Crossover, ping pong. That's a KT-esque move. You know it. And Nam's iced. Beautiful. Textbook.
Unbelievable.
Textbook from Bold. Nam now has to decipher what that double. He's going to go. That's risky, Seth. It's risky. That's risky.
Ooh,
Peter does it
my
again.
goodness.
Unbelievable
My-
level gameplay. And Nam's eyes.
My
Tapir's got the momentum.
goodness.
Ice again.
Oh, but he goes crossover back. Are you serious?
Wow.
Tapir
Are you kidding me?
driving down,
The number
looking
of
for 3.
efficiency
He
is
goes in the red.
insane.
Unbelievable.
You gotta be
I
kidding
can't
me.
take it anymore, man. This is insane level gameplay. Over to red. Nam with an answer no. Tapir for dose. He's back to
Over the green.
Unbelievable. He goes to green. Tapir. Does he ice out? If he ices out, Nam, fair play. I don't think Nam's got anything. Tapir can finish it right here.
Are we looking for game 11? Are
Boys,
we
is this
going
game
to
11?
game 11?
Are we going to cue the Phil Collins feeling in the air for a game 11? Yes, we
There
are.
it is. Oh my gosh.
He gets it back. We're going to game 11. Are you serious right now?
He needed
Are
to win
you
it. We said he
serious?
needed to win it with what potentially could have been a botched power play, and now, oh, it's been who blinks first all series long. Now 1 power play apiece, 1 game to play.
I can't believe it. The gameplay has been insane. This has to be something. We're going to remember this one for a very long time in league history. It's the last game on this bot, and it's delivered a banger. I don't have any questions. The only question I'm going to ask both these guys before we get around the table, now that the game is over, power play was absolutely a blunt. Okay, yeah, actually, that's why we got to ask. What was going on with that, man? I have to ask.
My goodness.
Tapir, what was up with that power? Were you just trying ice out? It worked out, but dang, that was cutting it close for comfort. Tapir looking to make history. Nam will get the last call.
Oh my goodness. I can't believe this.
We got to ask Tapir, man. What was up with that power? But no further comment. Okay. All right, for
No
both, for
further
both Nam
comment.
and,
He
for both
ain't
Nam
gonna-
and Tapir, type it out. What's your thoughts heading into this game 11? Do you see an advantage? What's your final thought? This is war. This is for a tournament win for the rookie class. Seth, I know you weren't here for this one, man, but I remember I had this eclectic memory. I remember Ashley and Cap, the first 10 games of that series.
No way!
Right, I remember this. No, I remember this. It was Ashley Cap, 10 games in a row, 10 straight. Home teams won. And then all of a sudden, that game 11, it was Cap won the game on a 5-6 card send that he worked on. is this about to strike twice? Where the rookie battle, game 11, does the road team pull it off? This would be one of the most insane wins of all time for Tapir. And for Nam, he's played absolutely exceptional. No one's made a mistake. I don't know what to say. The KT Classics were beautiful because it was clear that, in my opinion, Tapir had something, and Nam just needed to throw those classics. Is there an advantage right now you see? I know there isn't an advantage, but is there an advantage to throw in some classics now? So considering we hadn't seen it all game up to that point, is now the perfect time for both parties to use it? It's go all in time. This is it. This is for Super League too.
Yeah, this is complete 100% offense now. You've gotten to this point. There's only one game left to play. If you go on the defensive, I feel like you're just basically putting yourself as a disadvantage. You gotta go for it. You gotta do everything in your power to build up the opponent's hand, whittle yours down, get those chain runs. I know that the defense is something these guys have been very efficient with the number efficiency, but I'm gonna be honest with you, they both have a power play that they're able to utilize. Have that as your defense. Stay offensive with the cards. Use the power play on defense if you absolutely have to.
Art, final thoughts. Basically, here's the saying, right? Diamonds. What was it? Pressure makes diamonds. Well, right now these guys are both made diamonds. We're about to see Nam and what. It's like I said. It's hard to believe this. Art 96 career game. Tapir is, I believe, it is 90th career game or something like that. This is insane. They have almost 200 games between them. Right, as rookies, and now they're going to have to go all in on one game. This is your season. We know both of them are pretty much going to be locked in the Super League at this rate with how things are. Now this is for the extra insurance on a double bye. What do you think is going to happen here? Or give me some prediction here on what you see. What's going to be the narrative? What's going to be this last game narrative? This is the last ever game on this bot. We're about to throw it off. We're going to remember this one for a while. Here we go. What do you think, Art?
All I'm going to say is put the chips in the middle of the table. Show your cards, put the bullets in the gun, and let's fire off crazy because this is it. You either go all in here or you're holding back and you do not get the job done.
185. Yeah, go for it.
This is it. You hold back, you might regret this for the rest of your Uno career.
185 starts between these guys. They're about to make their 96th to 91st starts to make it 187. Nearly 200 starts. It comes down to one game. The last ever game on this bot, at least for the game that matters, right? We do have a third place game, and of course D2, but for D1 purposes, in a game that matters, this is it. Ladies and gentlemen, Sean R., please take it home for Nam's final game 11 call for the final bot. I got goosebumps. Let's go, buddy.
Nam, your call. You can't pick 13. What's the final call? Yep.
What can he pick on? What can he pick?
He can't pick 13.
I think we're going to send it then. I think this is it.
It's gotta be, right?
Are we doing a double send?
Please.
Are we doing a double send?
There's only one way to go out.
Do it, no balls.
We're gonna send it!
Let's
This is
go.
it, boys.
Enter in. It's already set.
One last time for the bot. We're sending it. What better way to end this? Probably a top 2 series of all time. This is unbelievable. Here we go. For all the marbles. Nam, Tapir, Nam, Florida, Michigan, Michigan, Florida. And it starts now. The final Uno joins ever. Here we go. We're starting it up in all caps. And it's a wild start! Are you kidding me? The bot has given us one more. Unbelievable.
You gotta be kidding me!
All this time,
Alex,
Seth, we waited for that.
And Alex said this earlier. When there's the hoser games, even when you win those type of series, you feel bad for the other person.
I'm not feeling bad for
In the
nobody
series that we have had here, no, whoever ends up losing this, they are going to know that they gave it their all. It's obviously going to sting a little, but it's not one of those games where you're absolutely angry at the bot, angry at yourself for any mistakes. These guys have played absolutely stellar
They're
here
gonna
in
both
this
draw
final.
off the wild. That's just a traditional thing. So for those guys, you know what? It just adds more drama. I mean, that's funny. We're gonna probably see a 16 card start tonight in the third place game. That's probably being pushed back to 9 o'clock. I need a minute to break, but here we go, man.
Oh
This
my
is
goodness.
unbelievable. Last game, Seth's first ever game commentating, I believe, in this league. What a great way to send him right here. We're going to have him a lot for more games, especially in the later games where he clutches up. Thank you, Seth, man. Appreciate your services. Here we go.
Oh, I appreciate having me. This has been unbelievable. Even if not being able to commentate, just observing this has been a pleasure.
Always got to bring it in.
Seth, you need to commentate more of these games. This has been crazy.
Unbelievable. Zero sugar off the start, really. Oh my God. Tapir leaves VC. What else can we ask for? He needs a moment.
He's in full strategy mode.
My God, he's going full
no
strategy.
distraction.
Man, he's locked in, Art. He's going full check lock right here.
He's going full in. He'll join us back in at the end of this one.
There's a lot on the line. I don't blame him.
This is it, man. This is for Super League. I hope the fans have enjoyed this. Unbelievable. It's gonna be insane. I'm out of words. Tapir he just said he needs a second. Yeah, I mean he's locked in now. Nam's locked in. You can't believe it. You can't make this up, man. 11 games, and we've played so many games in this league. You gotta think we've played over in this D1 league. I believe now after this year, probably about 2,000, 3,000 games on this bot art, and we have now come to this moment where the bot finally cooperated. It took basically till last night and tonight, because we can't say the lane game was good, because that was a lot of controversy with that, with the whole reffing situation, hosing. These last two games have been way better for sure. Tapir's backlog loaded.
My goodness. Yeah, you know what? This is just
distinction for it to actually work.
It took us to this game right here, and we finally got what we need to see. My goodness, I can't believe it.
Man, everybody's been going bonkers. I think that's valid at this rate. It's a valid. Remember, one power play. Let's lock back in. There is one power play on the table. Who will pull it first?
One power. I think we're gonna be waiting for one of those late turns. One of those late turns to see who uses the power play.
The aura has been 5-star read. There's not even anything to say about that. It's been insane. It has been truly a masterpiece. Picasso, I will paint. Let's see what it will be, though. Top 4 from now. We're going to roll in a blue as the first color after a draw. We talk about this set. The last game can... Well, never mind. We're going to start it off like we've been doing it since game 1. Switching early.
Same song. 10th verse.
Multiple verses. Now 11th verse. Let's go 11th heaven. But Knob's going to do something a little different. +2 immediately. He's trying to force Tapir's clock. He's trying to force Tapir's clock, man. He's trying to force Tapir's clock. And there's Tapir with the Sandfer style.
Anything you can do, I can do too.
Yeah, anything you can do, I'm going to do as well. But the 0 sugar switch, it's rare.
Ooh.
Trips out. That's
that
3
is
sugars gone.
That's one of the rarest moves there.
Yeah, Nod's going all in here, Seth. Or this is it, and so is Tapir. You see, we didn't see that all game. We didn't see that all game from Seth. The +2 from Tapir. He had he would have saved it. He's going all in. You could see it. Oh boy!
Oh, look at Tapir.
Tapir, some mind games. He's got to try, right? It was working, but remember, Nam had the 5-3, but no lead is safe when you have 2 power plays in this league. It was what makes this league great. The power play game. Blue 7, back to it.
Thank goodness. I'm still...
Ditto.
There's a ditto.
Ditto play.
Ooh.
We're going crazy right here. Remember, +2's been neutralized on the green. So if we go back, there's nothing expected there. Blue 2, blue 5. Who's got a +4? And as Seth always says, as we say, who's got the wild? Back to red now. Into it.
And you have to kind of have in the back of your mind as well the potential for number efficiency. There you go. Yep, these guys have been so good at it. The wilds are really important, but the number efficiency has been a key factor for these guys as well.
End around.
Triple play.
And I think I know what Nam could do right here. Let's see what will be from Tapir. Does he have number efficiency? Does he try to get back to yellow? I think Nam's looking for an end around play right here. Trying to get Tapir off his game to flush some ammo. I think that's what he's going for here. So I could be wrong. Let's see. I think he's going to he's going to probably play a little card differential, play a little table differential here, see what the numbers are. One time Tapir, we talked about it last night. He got there. Yep, there it is. Called it.
There we go.
Called it. You can't risk the power play, and that's what Tapir said.
And he gets it back to the yellow as well.
6-7 minutes into this game, and Tapir will now have to deal with 2 extra freshies, so Nam neutralizes that. 2 more before he gets that +4 erased. Oh man, Tapir, that's risky, man. You know what's funny, Seth? It's crazy. You would never think that's risky, but from Tapir now, he's gonna have that. That's a heat check.
Ooh.
That's what I'm saying with that
That's
nut.
a heat check.
That's a heat check. I think Tapir's gonna
Made
take
him
his
have to
time.
burn that wild. That could be very important.
Let's Tapir check it right here and check the old table. We're getting close to that anyway.
Oh, he's thinking.
I think Tapir's going to have to take his time here, Seth. Think stop. This is your season on the line, right? We know these guys are pretty much locked in the Super League regardless with the win counts, but for Tapir, he wants to make history. For Nam, wants to become that man, right? We talk about him as the youngest player in D1. History is going to be made either way, but I think Tapir's going to have to figure this out right now.
Yeah, for sure. He's definitely taking his time, trying to figure out what to do off of that color swap. Does he try and swap it back to the yellow again? He already burned a +4 to be able to do that.
He's going.
He's going to use his other power play.
That's it. He's done. He's finished.
Does he have the chain?
Is this it? Tapir to send us home. There's the +4 into a skip. Tapir, he's been through a lot. Is this it? Tapir looking for another quad, looking for the quad right here. I'll know if he's got it right here. No, but it's going to have to be a draw from Nam. Nam draws.
Nam draw.
Tapir, he's been through D2. He's now into D1. He's made a Final Four run before. Is this going to be it? He's been through hell and back. They called the tower. He's got a chance for the win.
Does he have it?
Tapir to get over with. He's done it. He's got it. D2 and D1 champions. Tapir, he's finished it off in 11 games. Insane. And it's Tapir becoming to make history.
Oh my goodness.
Checkers in the air. After 8 minutes, what a series. I don't even think anyone can be mad at that. Tapir, if you can talk, man, what were the emotions? You just came back from 5-3 on Nam. Nah, you're good to curse. I don't care. We don't even care about the language at this rate. Oh, my God. Seth, your thoughts on this, man?
Wow.
What a series, bro. Unbelievable.
Did we expect any different of a finish?
Are you not entertained?
I mean, the tempo was set at the initial beginning of this entire series. It just continued on through. You got the feeling there was gonna be a game 11, and you knew it was gonna be a barn burner, and it certainly was.
All right, post that log. Tapir, we got Tapir. Tapir on the mic. Live reaction after that, probably an hour series, man. Insane. Tapir, let us know your thoughts, my friend. Initially, what a crazy game. If you can hear us, man.
Oh, wow. Yeah, can you hear me?
You're good, big dog. Yep.
You're good.
What a series, man. First of all, congrats to Nam. I mean, probably one of the hardest struggles I've ever had to endure, just based on the sheer, pressure, the sheer, I don't even know what to call it, just, 1, 2 after another. It's just trying to fend off, the streaks, the ammo, and then finally in game 11, just trying to set it up right to take the win. That's all. That's all I can say.
I mean, Tapir, there was multiple times in this series where we thought you were down. Now, you did that power play, as I'm going to post this GIF, because I think everyone knew it. But you figured out a way just to stay with it. And was that the endurance battle, or we'll post the live, where you just had that muscle memory from last night, where ultimately Lane, Nam, they played a best of 11, but it just didn't feel like one. Your game against Sandfer was an absolute banger. And then to top it off with this, what cherry on top? Talk to me about just the endurance battle, how you built your muscle memory and your growth. Because in the T2 series, you started the year at best of, 5s, I believe, and now you've evolved from a best of 5, which has been your mainstay, now to become a D1 tournament winner, conquer the king of the jungle, and finish it off in a best of 11 where you hadn't even seen a best of 11. I don't think you ever played a best of 11 up until this point. Talk to me just through the endurance battle and what last night taught you to win today.
Basically, just don't give up, because one card can change everything. Once I played that power play, I knew it was a mistake. I just had to try and, that's where I started to see the cracks form, and I did my best to try and patch those up. Overall, just kind of get over the mindset of, with Sandfer. Last night we just saw everything, the passive aggressive, cold, hot. It all came out last night. And so that was kind of in my head at that moment, knowing that we were kind of getting to that point where you kind of had to balance out the runs and then when to sit back a little. I will admit that I thought when I played the power play, I forgot that I had a game left to play. I forgot I was down at that moment, so that's why I played it. I thought it was tied up. I thought I could win it right there. So at that point, I just really had to lock in and do what I can to take the win.
It's crazy. The crazy thing is we'll get Nam here. Nam, I mean, before we get Tapir, congratulations again, buddy. Insane. Nam, I mean, you played
Thanks, man.
almost 10 out of 10. I don't even think you played one move wrong. You did KT classics. You went back and you crossed over. You stepped back and stepped forward. The only thing I think maybe you just lost out on was number. Could you even be mad at that? Your thoughts on just having to entertain a best of 11 and going to full 11 after your March run? And ladies and gentlemen, this is one of the craziest coincidences or not, but I remember one of the greatest finales in the league history last year was 73 minutes, Art, and that was very gold Sandfer. Well, it must be something about a 73-minute series because you're not going to believe what I just looked up. I mean, does that get any... Look at this. I mean, that is insane.
No way.
That is insane. We thought that was one of the best series of all time. And somehow, the banger series are within 73 minutes. That's crazy. To cap it all.
That's insane.
The final March Madness on this bot and the final ever tournament on this bot ends in 73-minute classics. The only difference was we had an extra game 12, right? But regardless, that is incredible to think the consistency in this league has went from this, right, from March to now what we're seeing. We've seen rookies on rookies on rookies. Now, you want to type out your thoughts, just your thoughts on the post game. Rookies on rookies, right? The only two people that have not made a finale this year that weren't rookie were myself and Yoshi. Everybody else has been a rookie. Just your thoughts on the rookie in this game overall. One final thoughts here before we get to a final swan song. It's crazy, man. Art?
Man, I don't even know what to say on that. It's just... That was insane. That was a battle there. And I didn't even think it was that long or that impactful on how long we just took there, but man, that was a good one. That was a really good one.
Seth, your final thoughts? I mean, just what a series. Hold the phones. I have no regrets about this match. I did everything I possibly could have fallen. Congrats to Pierre. I'm going to take this L happily. Well, buddy, I'm going to say this right now. You've gained the respect of everybody. Let's give it up for these two warriors right here because, man, at the end of the day, this kid is 14 years old, okay? He's playing with guys that at the beginning of the year, right? He played with Ellison, who was in his 30s. He was playing guys twice his age, okay? Twice his age, right? And I always say this, our evolution is the best sense of perception. And you got to understand, this kid's runway it's long. His runway is so long, right? I always tell him this, right? Your runway is so long, the passengers are not even in the plane yet. We're still getting through the boarding gates. Tapir is the same way. Of course, all the passengers in his plane, but we still have yet to get here for takeoff, right? That's why I really like to think about this league, man. Everybody has insane takeoff runway speed. Seth, your thoughts on just these two players and how we got to adapt as more of the experienced, wise players to get on their level.
Yeah, I mean, as you said, they're rookies, but they're only rookies in name only.
Yep.
You're gonna be looking at Tapir. You're gonna be looking at Nam when we start up T5 as some of the favorites. When they're matched up against people are gonna be looking at them like, "Wow, I got to bring my A game." I mean, just when I look at the entirety of this tournament as well, there's not a bad player. Everybody is almost at an equal level. A lot of times it just comes down to who gets the breaks cut to them the most. And in terms of what we saw here in this, it was interesting. Maybe it's the old man in me, but Sean said he felt like it flew by. I feel like we were in like a 4 or 5 hour marathon here. It didn't feel like just some old 73 minutes to me.
Oh, hold on. I'm sorry to interrupt, but that felt like we were just going through just a long stretch of just waiting and waiting.
I'm with.
I mean,
Seth
I
on that
was
one,
ready to look out my window, see the moon halfway up in the sky by now.
Hey, dude.
This thing was an endurance. I can only imagine what it was like for both Tapir and for Nam. For this long of a series, those long of games, everything they had to think about, we're able to kind of kick back, observe, see what's going on, have fun. They're having their stress levels going through the roof. So the fact they were able to keep themselves mentally focused in there it is a testament to what they were able to do in this thing. And I want to go back to something you were talking about, KT. When you look back at the fact that in our semifinals up to the finals, we didn't have a single person higher than a 6 tier. That just shows the experience level of what we've got here in this entire tournament overall, and the fact that both of the semifinal games and this game go to a game 11. I mean, the competition is here. Everybody's got to step it up.
Yeah, man, 33 games with the distance. I'm pretty sure we went 33 games. Someone can fact check me in tournament 2, where we had the all rookie final for. I think most of it, like we went game 11 in the Yoshitago. Brad, no, I don't think. When Brad won, no, we don't talk about March. That was not it, other than the finale. But unbelievable, man. That was just a mile a minute, and I'm gonna be with Seth here. Yeah, I'm wore out. It just felt like 10 hours, man. You got the good thing is Seth and Ark can really sit back and relax, right? KT's got to do all this commentary and just keep up the energy. I'm wore out.
Yeah, you know what? I like to be the person sort of sitting back and just relaxing and watching I think a magic show. It was like just a show right here. This was great show all around.
Oh my God! Well, we're gonna have to close it out. I would stay for a 30-minute post game, man. We could probably grill these guys on so many questions, but it really was the king of the jungle, man. Tapir, it's crazy. He started the year as the February flurry in the ice-cold winter, right? And now he's arrives from the jungle in the hottest months of the year in July and August. And when the summer's here, Summer Tapir came to play. What a great job he did. I want to thank everybody, man. I want to say one last thing before I give the shout. I want to thank the bot. I know we give the bot absolute torture and hell, but look, for the last 6-7 years, this bot, before the hosings and whatnot, it's given us a lot of memories. And to give us these last 2 games, right? The lane now was a little interesting because I didn't see that really live, but these last 2 games I saw live. This was why this league's only going to get better. You look at the way these guys played. We got a new bot coming. We salute the old bot. We give it one last 07. But honest to God, I think this is just the beginning of something magical. What we saw on the table from the rookie conglomerate is only going to get better. Congratulations to Tapir, the first ever guy, and let's face it, Art, probably the last guy we'll ever see win a D2 tournament, get promoted, and then win a D1 tournament in the same season. I don't think that's going to happen ever again with the way the rules are going to be closed off. This is history in the making. Congratulations to Nam, as all he's waiting for is just a gold medal around his name, and he'll complete the trifecta with his bronze and silver. For all of us here, I want to thank everybody, man. Alex, LaPlante, Brad, Emmy, Nick, Shore came in. We had Zay, we've had Yepes, we've had Caesar, we've had the full crew. I want to thank Seth. Let's give it up for everybody. Let's give a round of applause for Seth Cole, man, making his commentary day. Absolute banger with the voice. He does end our commentary, for those of you who don't know, so he picks up with this like a knife to butter. Absolutely solid. And, of course, Heat Check Guard. Let's give it up for Heat Check because, man, he was my first ever guy to ref a game and commentate, and we finally get this guy. I always want to do a last game with Heat Check Guard on this current bot, man. For all of us, I want to thank the crew. And for the last 2 shout-outs to Nam and Tapir, God bless, guys. You guys put on an absolute show. You gave us absolute royalty and masterclass performances. It goes 11. It goes the full distance. Thank you guys for putting on a show one last time with this bot. And for everybody in the league, man, we're only just getting started. We'll see you for the new bot in T5. We're going to see you for some fun. We'll see you for the 2 weeks. We'll see you back for T5 in 2 weeks. And one last KTism. No way. Have a good night.